your banana peel could one day help fly a plane.
My prized peel?
Bingo. Because United is investing in a future where sustainable aviation fuel could be made from many different kinds of waste. And SAF has lower life cycle carbon emissions than conventional jet fuel.
So trash like this could be used for good? That's the grossest thing I've ever heard. So gross, it's incredible. Yeah.
Oscar?
Scram!
Are you gonna eat that?
Yeah, it's called a garbage can, not a garbage can't.
Yep, garbage can do a lot. There's even waste that can be turned into sustainable aviation fuel, an alternative to normal jet fuel that can help fly a plane with reduced life cycle emissions.
Sounds like baloney to me.
Together, we can help get more people passionate about trash and build towards a future where everyone flies with SAF.
Oh, looks like garbage. I love it. Yeah.
Oscar. Picture this. Your banana peel could one day help fly a plane.
My prized peel?
Bingo. Because United is investing in a future where sustainable aviation fuel could be made from many different kinds of waste. And SAF has lower life cycle carbon emissions than conventional jet fuel.
So trash like this could be used for good? That's the grossest thing I've ever heard. So gross, it's incredible.
Fabian.
Yeah.
Dreesen.
Hey, Oscar.
Scram!
Are you gonna eat that?
Yeah, it's called a garbage can, not a garbage can't.
Yep, garbage can do a lot. There's even waste that can be turned into sustainable aviation fuel, an alternative to normal jet fuel that can help fly a plane with reduced life cycle emissions.
Sounds like baloney to me.
Together, we can help get more people passionate about trash and build towards a future where everyone flies with SAF.
Ugh, looks like garbage. I love it. Yeah.
Oscar. Picture this. Your banana peel could one day help fly a plane.
My prized peel?
Bingo. Because United is investing in a future where sustainable aviation fuel could be made from many different kinds of waste. And SAF has lower life cycle carbon emissions than conventional jet fuel.
So trash like this could be used for good? That's the grossest thing I've ever heard. So gross, it's incredible. Yeah.
Hey, Oscar.
Scram!
Are you gonna eat that?
Yeah, it's called a garbage can, not a garbage can't.
Yep, garbage can do a lot. There's even waste that can be turned into sustainable aviation fuel, an alternative to normal jet fuel that can help fly a plane with reduced life cycle emissions.
Sounds like baloney to me.
Together, we can help get more people passionate about trash and build towards a future where everyone flies with SAF.
Ugh, looks like garbage. I love it. Yeah.
Fly a plane.
My prized peel?
Bingo. Because United is investing in a future where sustainable aviation fuel could be made from many different kinds of waste. And SAF has lower life cycle carbon emissions than conventional jet fuel.
So trash like this could be used for good? That's the grossest thing I've ever heard. So gross, it's incredible. Yeah.
Hey, Oscar.
Scram!
Are you gonna eat that?
Yeah, it's called a garbage can, not a garbage can't.
Yep, garbage can do a lot. There's even waste that can be turned into sustainable aviation fuel, an alternative to normal jet fuel that can help fly a plane with reduced life cycle emissions.
Sounds like baloney to me.
Together, we can help get more people passionate about trash and build towards a future where everyone flies with SAF.
Oh, looks like garbage. I love it. Yeah.
Oscar. Picture this. Your banana peel could one day help fly a plane.
My prized peel?
Bingo. Because United is investing in a future where sustainable aviation fuel could be made from many different kinds of waste. And SAF has lower life cycle carbon emissions than conventional jet fuel.
So trash like this could be used for good? That's the grossest thing I've ever heard. So gross, it's incredible. Yeah.
Hey, Oscar.
Scram!
Are you gonna eat that?
Yeah, it's called a garbage can, not a garbage can't.
Yep, garbage can do a lot. There's even waste that can be turned into sustainable aviation fuel, an alternative to normal jet fuel that can help fly a plane with reduced life cycle emissions.
Sounds like baloney to me.
Together, we can help get more people passionate about trash and build towards a future where everyone flies with SAF.
Ugh, looks like garbage. I love it. Yeah.
Oscar. Picture this. Your banana peel could one day help fly a plane.
My prized peel?
Bingo. Because United is investing in a future where sustainable aviation fuel could be made from many different kinds of waste. And SAF has lower life cycle carbon emissions than conventional jet fuel.
So trash like this could be used for good? That's the grossest thing I've ever heard. So gross, it's incredible. Yeah.
Are you gonna eat that?
Yeah, it's called a garbage can, not a garbage can't.
Yep, garbage can do a lot. There's even waste that can be turned into sustainable aviation fuel, an alternative to normal jet fuel that can help fly a plane with reduced life cycle emissions.
Sounds like baloney to me.
Together, we can help get more people passionate about trash and build towards a future where everyone flies with SAF.
Ugh, looks like garbage. I love it.
All right, well, once again, now we're live. Welcome, Mountaineers. We're broadcasting live around the world. Everyone, wave to our virtual viewers. They're watching from all over the world, literally. Thank you all so much for being here. Again, if you're just joining us, my name is Fred Northup Jr. I am a fellow Mountaineer member. I love being a member of the Mountaineers. I'm honored to be back with you as your auctioneer for the Mountaineers annual Gala Adventure with Purpose.
And I am Tiernan Madorno, your MC for the evening. Thank you all for being here. Tonight is all about building community, inspiring adventure, and supporting all people to confidently enjoy and protect the natural world. So to kick off our program this evening, you are in for a very special treat in honor of the centennial season at the Mountaineers Kitsap Forest Theater.
That's right. Mountaineers, please welcome Isla Fabian Driesen, accompanied by the one and only Jay Ruckenstein. Please welcome them.
green shadows are voices that urge me to stay. So I pause and I wait and I listen for one more sound, for one more lovely thing that the hills might say. The hills are alive with the sound of music, with songs they have sung for 1,000 years. The hills fill my heart with the sound of music. My heart wants to sing every song it hears. My heart wants to beat like the wings of the birds that rise from the lake to the trees. My heart wants to sigh like a chime that flies from a church on a breeze, to laugh like a brook when it trips and falls over stones on its way, to sing through the night like a lark who is learning to pray. I go to the hills when my heart is lonely. I know I will hear what I've heard before. My heart will be blessed with the sound of music, and I'll sing once more.
Come on, Isla and Jay and Kitsap Forest Theater, everyone. Come on up here. So tell us about this theater.
You know, I'm gonna. Folks, this is a little storytelling. 100 years ago, the theater opened with their first performance, a pantomime. That's right, folks, a pantomime of Robin of Sherwood, beginning a Mountaineers tradition that still continues to this day. So we hope you will support the theater. You can buy tickets online, and it's a perfect day trip, fun for the entire family. So check your bid packets. Season tickets get you into the summer's performances, Sound of Music, and Seussical the Musical.
Yeah, so join the theater for our season opener. It's Memorial Day weekend. And again, everyone watching from home, everyone here in the room, thank you for being here. If you're just joining us, we are live from Fremont Studios with over 500 Mountaineers here in person and more tuning in, as you'll hear from all over the world. And we're a strong community of climbers and hikers and paddlers and skiers and nature lovers. With us tonight is our keynote speaker, celebrated mountaineer and groundbreaking adventurer, Philip Henderson is here with us, everybody.
Very exciting, absolutely. And this evening wouldn't be possible without the incredible support from our event chairs, Roger Melman and Manisha Powar.
Yeah, Roger Melman, give it up. And Manisha, thank you so much. And our fabulous event committee as well. Look at their names on the screen.
So many. It takes a village. And let's be sure that we also recognize our table hosts and captains who packed the room tonight. And yes, give it up. Give it up, folks. We've also got a special welcome to tonight's super VIP table.
Make some noise, VIPs,
VIP
right
table. There they go.
You might wonder, oh, is that royalty? Well, yes.
Clearly.
It's the VIPs right there.
Clearly. Next year's table is also up for auction this evening. So, VIP table, I hope you enjoy your extra little goodies and that stunning nature-themed dessert centerpiece.
Oh, yeah.
I would like a piece. Save some for me. Seriously, though, take a look at that table. I heard you even had a chance to customize the cake. What is not to love about that? This elevated experience can be yours next year if you are the highest bidder.
That's right. And of course, we are honored to have tonight's Lifetime Achievement Award winner, Steve Swenson, is here tonight, everybody. And this year's award will be presented by another living legend. Conrad Anker is here as well, everybody. Steve's wife, Ann Dalton, sons Lars and Jed, father Howard, sisters Mary and Anne Marie, brothers Joe and Paul, and Steve's entire family. They're all here celebrating with us this evening, so let's give them a welcome as well. Steve, we're so appreciative of your tireless work to modernize climbing education, to provide mentorship to emerging alpinists, and to be a true change agent in the global climbing community. Thank you for all that you do. We promise you, everyone here, a fabulous and always fun event. And I'm sure if you've been here before, you know what we're in for.
Oh boy, howdy. As you can also see in your program, we have an amazing live auction, but we also hope you take away a greater understanding of the important programs that you're supporting. So before we raise the paddle, you'll meet your youth representative serving on the Mountaineers board, Katie Strausz-Clark, who is carrying on the legacy of what it means to adventure with purpose.
That's right. Katie brought her own cheering committee as well. Well done. Tonight, of course, we are a community brought together for a purpose. Tonight, when you raise your paddle to bid, when you raise your paddle to donate, you are carrying on a tradition that will get people outside, that will provide transformative experiences and protect outdoor spaces for generations to come. So thank you all for what you're about to do. And now, friends and family, please look at the screens for a future look at Adventure with Purpose. Take a look at the screens.
Mountaineers adventure with purpose. We seek out places that are bigger than ourselves to uncover joy and feel the transformative power of nature. We envision a world where all people have the opportunity to connect, experience, enjoy, and protect. We're advocates, raising our voices together for this and future generations. Mountaineers believe in the unwavering value of outdoor spaces and their power to change minds and inspire action. We adventure, exploring in places big and small. We believe in fresh air in your lungs, wind in your hair, raindrops on your head, and in creating memories together to last a lifetime. We're a community, teaching responsible recreation for all people to find belonging in the outdoors. We believe knowledge fosters thriving communities, growing connections with every lesson. The Mountaineers flourish thanks to a culture of giving. Our volunteers give back and pay it forward, empowering others to confidently explore in their own backyards and beyond. We believe we are all connected to this earth and to each other through the magic of outdoor play. Our supporters help us go farther, providing resources to reach more people and to preserve the outdoor experience. Each act of giving strengthens our bonds and deepens our roots. Together we grow. Together we thrive. Together we shine. We adventure with purpose. Together.
And tuning in from around the world, welcome once again.
Yeah, please welcome, make a lot of noise for Mountaineers Board Vice President Manisha Powar, everybody.
Good evening and welcome to the Mountaineers Gala. I'm Manisha Powar, the Vice President of the Board of Mountaineers and co-chair of tonight's great event. I'm thrilled to see so many familiar and new faces around here. And a special hello to those who are joining us on our live stream. We'd like to begin this evening by respectfully acknowledging that we are on the lands of the Pacific Northwest Indian tribes, who live here and steward these lands and waters as they have since time immemorial. As we pursue our mission, we strive to listen and amplify their traditions and values through respectful engagement. With a growing membership of over 16,000, the Mountaineers enriches our community in many ways. We transform lives through outdoor courses and trips, year-round youth and family programming, and inspiring people to experience and protect the natural world. Mountaineers Books expands our impact even further, reaching millions of homes across the world. I was at the southern tip of Argentina in a small town called Ushuaia, and it was so cool to see a copy of Freedom of the Hills over there in the middle of nowhere. Since you are here tonight, I suspect that just like me, you also consider yourself a beneficiary of our mission and our programs. Thank you for joining us. Tonight is about celebrating our mission and our impact. As mountaineers, we don't just get people outdoors on adventures. Our mission is about much more than that. Together, we adventure with purpose. And this evening, we are celebrating your help in advancing our purpose, ensuring that the outdoors is more accessible to all and protected for future generations. Our work wouldn't be possible without the generous gifts of time, skills, and monetary support from people as you. We are also celebrating two incredible individuals who truly embody what it means to adventure with purpose. Later, you'll hear from Philip Henderson about his road to Everest and beyond. And Conrad Anker is here to present former Mountaineers board director, Mountaineers book author, and 2 times Piolet d'Or recipient Steve Swenson with the Lifetime Achievement Award. But that's not all we are celebrating. Some of you will remember when we gathered here 10 years ago for the Mountaineers' first ever fundraising gala. That night, we celebrated Jim Whittaker and the 50th anniversary of his historic first American ascent of Mount Everest. We celebrated Jim not only for this monumental achievement, but also for his lifelong dedication to sharing and protecting the outdoors. Jim has been an especially steadfast advocate for Mountaineers youth programs, giving his time, talent, and philanthropy so that, in his words, no child is left inside. On that very same expedition, Tom Hornbein and Willie Unsold made the first ascent of Everest's infamous West Ridge. Tom and his wife Kathy are participating virtually in our tonight's celebration from their home in Estes Park, Colorado. Hi, Tom and Kathy. Jim and his wife, Diane Roberts, were instrumental in launching our first gala in 2013. And they have supported this event every year since, helping us raise over $3 million, significantly expanding our volunteer leadership development efforts, growing our scholarship funds, amplifying our conservation work, and more than quadrupling the reach of and impact of our youth programs. Jim is here tonight. Our heartiest congratulations on the 60th anniversary of the historic Everest climb. And on behalf of the Mountaineers Board of Directors, I want to extend our deepest gratitude for his service to the outdoor community. Thank you, Jim. Thank you, Jim. Thank you, everyone. I also want to recognize several public officials that are in the room with us tonight. Former Governor and U.S. Senator Dan Evans, and former U.S. Secretary of Interior, Sally Jewell. Thank you for your service to our state and our country, and for your unwavering support of the public lands. Thank you to everyone who helped make tonight's event a big success, including our generous sponsors, the event committee, the board of directors, the table captains and hosts, Mountaineers staff, and hundreds of supporters who have contributed to our auction. Remember to raise your bid cards high and often, and have a terrific time tonight. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Manisha. I love watching our table, by the way, right there, the VIPs with the crowns. They're just swanking it up right there,
They
you know?
are fancy magenta tablecloth in there.
Yeah.
Viva la magenta. I think, are we also bedazzling bid cards?
Yes.
If we're not, this
Yes.
is a prompt to do that right now.
You will know when they bid because you will see their bedazzled bid cards.
It's
very
true.
fancy.
Folks, friendly reminder that you all could have a chance to bid on this experience, the VIP table for the 2024 Gala. So you can be sitting there in your fancy crowns, your bedazzled who's-its and what's-its. It's going to be a good time.
That's right. So I want to know who is here for their very first Mountaineers Gala. Who is here for their very first? Look at all these new people. Welcome to the new people. High five them if their hand is still up. High five them. Welcome. Oh, I am so excited for the new people.
Me too.
Because you're about to see something you've never seen before, only in the Pacific Northwest and only from the Mountaineers. Ladies, gentlemen, and anyone else, it is the world-famous Mountaineers Tyrolean Traverse.
The one and only. If you are not a climber, a Tyrolean Traverse is used to move between two rock features. It's commonly used to negotiate rivers or reach a detached rock pillar. That's making my heart beat fast. Tonight, the Traverse will happen right above your heads.
Right here, right up, look up, racing once again, are teens from the Mountaineers Adventure Club. You can see them on the screens right there. They've been training for this back battle all season long. They are ready to race their hearts out, my friends. Blake, you can see Blake right there is in red. He's racing to lead innovation in outdoor education. He wants to support volunteers as they share their love of the outdoors. Meanwhile, in the middle, you'll see Sam in blue. Sam is racing to engage a vibrant community of outdoor enthusiasts. He wants to create a community of belonging and to connect more people to the outdoors. And then on the right, you'll see Zoe is in green. They are racing to advocate on behalf of the natural world. They want to empower us all to use our voices to protect the natural world. Now, you've seen them on the screen, but are you ready to meet tonight's climbers? Now, between one racer getting COVID, another got wiped out in a skiing, the talent has been constantly shifting, but we've got our final racers now, and they're ready to go. Up first, in red, here comes Blake Bundesman, everybody! Blake is a senior at Garfield High School, coming through right here. A lifelong explorer of the outdoors. He first got into rock climbing as a middle schooler. And now he's leading trad routes in the Alpines, such as Squamish, BC. He's here tonight to show you what he's got. Make some noise for Blake Bundesman right here. And again, Blake is racing to lead innovation in outdoor education. Thank you, Blake. All right. Up next in blue, Sam Allen. Make some noise. Sam is a junior at Eastside Prep. One of Sam's hobbies is working on electric cars. He started climbing 2 years ago. Recently, he led an alpine climb on Wedge Mountain in British Columbia. When he's not experimenting as a mechanic or leading climb, you can find him gliding through the water as a competitive rower. That extra upper arm strength may give Sam the edge he needs to claim the prize. Mountaineers, make some noise for Sam Allen! And again, tonight, Sam is racing to engage a vibrant community of outdoor enthusiasts. So thank you, Sam. Last but certainly not least, make noise in green, Zoe Predmore! Zoe is a senior at the downtown school. They love climbing, taking naps at the crag, and making desserts on the camp stove. When they're not leading climbs for MAC, they are running the school's drama department. This year is Zoe's 10th and final year on the Seattle bouldering team before they head off to Middlebury College in the fall. Congratulations. Zoe loves teaching others the mountaineering skills they learned through MAC, and they're ready to teach the competition or thing or two tonight. Please welcome Zoe Predmore, everybody. And tonight, Zoe is racing to advocate on behalf of the natural world. So thank you. They're going backstage. Give it up for your racers as they go backstage. How do you feel?
Woo, I'm excited, Fred. I love this. My first Tyrolean Traverse was last year. I was panicking, but it was really exciting. And we're also broadcasting this race live for the viewers at home. And you know what else? Now is also the time when we can put those donation tickets to use.
That's right. So look inside your registration packet, and you will find 20 donation tickets with your bid number on them. It's time to donate to the Traverse. Each climber is racing for their adventure purpose. You can see right there up on the screen, their adventure purpose: lead, engage, and advocate. The winner of the race collects the whole pot of donations for their cause. And one lucky bidder will be selected to have a photo with the winning racer, and maybe we can even convince Phil Henderson, Steve Swenson, maybe they'll come up and join the photo as well.
Pretty incredible.
So, you can donate as many times as you want. You can put them all in one colored bag, or you can spread them across all three.
Exactly. And remember, every $25 donation you give tonight supports the Mountaineers in their efforts to get people outdoors safely and inspire them to protect our natural world. The more generous you are, the more funds to support your cause. So you heard the accomplishments of all the climbers. It's fair to say that this race is any human's game, y'all.
That's right, that's right. So we're doing a final sweep. We've got our volunteers going through. We've got a fun surprise once the race is over. The winner will pull the donation from the winning racer's bag, and we'll deliver that special surprise to your table. And of course, you get that special photo opportunity. And we will crown you and your table mates as the Tyrolean co-champions. We'll add a little flair to your cocktail wear. We'll give you some fancy bid card decorations as well. Again, we've got our team going around the room right now. Look for them. Hold up your tickets. Turn in your tickets right now. You can turn in 1 ticket or 5 tickets or 10 tickets. You can turn in all 20 tickets if you're feeling really generous. Again, you can donate to as many racers as you want, or you can dedicate the entire bundle to one racer. It is up to you.
While you turn in your $25 tickets, let's remember who is racing for what. Blake, in red, is racing for lead, innovation, and outdoor education. He wants to bolster support for volunteers, so wave your bid card high if you'd like to donate to support Blake and volunteer leaders. Wave them high, folks. Our volunteers are coming around now. You can drop in 1 ticket or all of them, like Fred said, if you are feeling that generous.
Right, because it's only $25 per ticket or $500 if you want to do all of that. So drop your donation cards into your spotter's red bag if you're cheering on Blake. Meanwhile, Sam is in blue and racing to engage a vibrant community of outdoor enthusiasts. He wants to build a culture of belonging in the outdoors. He wants to inspire the next generation. So wave your hands or your bid cards if you want to donate to support Sam and the future of the outdoors. Wave them high. Again, our volunteers wandering around, they're looking for you. You can drop in 1 ticket for $25 or all 20 of your tickets for $500. It is up to you. Drop your donation cards in your spotter's blue bag if you're cheering on Sam.
I Love it. The bags are filling up, folks. And Zoe is in green, and they are racing to advocate on behalf of the natural world. They want to create a community of powerful voices for our public lands. Raise your paddle if you'd like to donate to support Zoe and our wild places. Get them up there, folks. Once again, you can drop in one of those $25 tickets, all 20, any denomination. Drop your donation cards in your spotter's green bag for Zoe.
That's right. Now, where is Rich Draves while we gather those around? Rich, where are you? Right there, right down there. Rich, you're a Tyrolean Traverse veteran. All right, let's come out here. Rich, will you stand up real quick? Tell us, Rich, what does it take? Here, we'll turn this way. What does it take to win the Traverse?
It's all about the turn at the end. It's all about the turn.
So you got it. It's easy to make it to the first flag, but it's the turn.
Yeah, and another piece of advice I'll give is grab the flag and then keep moving. Don't try to pull the flag and then start moving.
Okay. See, that's a pro tip right there. I hope the racers are listening. Did you use your Traverse skills when you climbed with Garrett Madison?
I hope I don't. I have used my Traverse skills. Actually, a climb in Yosemite, Lost Arrow Spire, we did a Tyrolean Traverse.
There you go. But there wasn't a prize and it wasn't televised.
It was not televised, but actually, Gene Yor did give us all a little plaque for doing that climb.
Amazing. Well, there you go. All right, thank you so much. All right, we're looking to see if we're ready. The racers are getting set up right now. And since, of course, since March Madness, San Diego State University, they won. Since that game is over, we're now broadcasting this, I'm told, all around the world, too. So this is taken over on CBS. We're broadcasting everywhere.
Sports Center, I'm into
Sports
it.
Center.
Touchdown.
All right, well, everyone, it is time to race. Who's ready for some racing? Here's how it works. There are 2 flags that the racers pull. One all the way across the room, which you'll see overhead, and then one back here at the finish. They're going to grab the first flag across the room. Then they've got to come back and grab the second finish line flag. Racers must grab both flags. Here, let's step to the side.
Out of the way.
This is getting very exciting, my friends. All right. On your mark. Everyone ready? Get your phones out. This is only going to happen once. On your mark. Get set. Go! Here we go. And they're off. Blake is out to win it. He does not want a second place finish. Sam is racing for a new title of Traverse champion, determined to win. What about Zoe?
Zoe is coming in strong, not to be outdone. Folks, it's still anybody's game.
It is very close.
And the turn for 2. And coming around
it
for
is
more.
Neck and
this
neck.
is neck and neck, folks.
Neck and neck.
This is
Blake,
hot.
Sam. Blake, Sam. Who's going to do it? Who is going to do it?
Zoe's keeping strong, keeping strong. Here they come, here they come. You got this, Zoe.
Sam has a little early lead. Can he reach the flag? There's no flag. There we go. You got a touch there. That counts. That's what we're doing. Sam!
Keep coming, Zoe. You got this. Zoe.
Zoe. Here comes Zoe. They are making
Zoe.
Pulling hard. Pulling hard.
Zoe. Bringing it into the finish. This is not for the faint of heart, folks. Almost there. Here they come. They're almost to that black curtain leaning down. This is incredible.
And
Here you are.
Even Sam cheering on Zoe. Sam is your champion, everybody.
Yes.
Sam Allen
And we're done.
racing to engage
Zoe, congrats.
a vibrant community of outdoor enthusiasts. Sam is the champion. Give it up for your amazing racers here. And Sam is going to come down, stay on stage with us to help with our drawing, too,
I like
right?
that. I like that. So, I think the other thing, we're going to need to see who is going to be crowned champion along with our racer before the live auction gets kicked off.
Now, it says in our script that Sam's doing the drawing. That seems very unlikely. Sam is very high up right now.
Stretch arms, strong arms.
Yeah, exactly. I think we'll do it on Sam's, but with your careful supervision. Yes, from up above. So one more round of applause for our amazing racers. Congratulations, Sam. And you guys are just going to hang out there, I guess, the rest of the auction. I think that's how this works. Oh my gosh. All right. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll just you just hang out up there. That's fine. It's totally fine.
Okay, folks. Here we go. All right, everyone, if we could give one more round of applause to all of our incredible racers. Again, not for the faint of heart.
Before we continue, let's advance here. Yes, we'll keep going there. Before we continue, let's take a moment to recognize our partners who help make this night possible. Thank you so much to our evening signature sponsor, REI Co-op, everyone. We're grateful to REI Co-op's continued support of the Mountaineers as our signature youth sponsor, providing critical funding to elevate our youth partner programs, Mountain Workshops.
The Mountaineers and REI Co-op have a deep history dating all the way back to 1938 when Mountaineers climb leader Lloyd and Mary Anderson created REI as a way of making quality climbing gear more accessible to Mountaineers, students, and instructors. So we're all incredibly grateful for the continued partnership. Thank you, REI.
Yes. Thank you also to tonight's supporting sponsors, Rainier Recruiting. Thank you to Mountaineers board member Brad Neer, who has a great seat at the table with our Raise the Paddle speaker, Katie, who you're going to hear from shortly.
Thank you to our contributing sponsors, Baker Hostletter. Thank you to Doug Grady. And thank you, Greg and Mary Moga, for sponsoring our keynote this evening.
All right, our table sponsors who are all here with us, give it up for Brown & Brown of Washington, Crystal Mountain, Circus Strategy, Mithun, Petzl, Port Blakely, Ryan Swanson, Cleveland LLC, Umpqua Bank. Thank you to Vertical World, sponsoring our Tyrolean racers tonight, and Waypoint Outdoor.
Thank you, United Airlines, a world leader in the development of sustainable aviation fuel, aligning with the Mountaineers' value to invest in climate change action. You'll all have a chance to bid on 2 Polaris business class tickets tonight in the live auction. So thank you, Brini Harford and Beth Birnbaum, for your support in making these United tickets possible.
Yes, thank you, Barney. Thank you, Beth. Thank you also to our food and beverage sponsors, Tent Cellars, thank you. Rolling Bay Winery, Timberline Vodka, Georgetown Brewing, Seattle Cider, Ghostfish Brewing Company, and Casper's Catering.
And tonight would not be possible without fantastic support from Fremont Studios, Kay Brook Design, and Charisse Steer.
That's right. And finally, our in-kind partners. Over 100 different businesses and individuals contributed goods and services to make tonight extra special, and we're so grateful to each and every one of them. Let's give them all a big round of applause. Thank you to all of our supporters.
And Fred, before we continue on, we have a special guest who is going to help us with our drawing.
Yeah, come on up.
Philip.
Legend here joining us on stage.
Legend in the action, folks. So, needs no introduction, I'm sure. Let's get this drawing for our racers going.
Just one.
And the winner is, you want to read it out? Bidder number
356, 356.
Bidder 356. Hold up your bid card. Where are you? You are our
Bidder 356.
There you are. You are Tyrolean Traverse photo winner.
Congratulations!
You've got some legends, including Philip, who's going to be in your photo. So Bree will manage the photo. Philip, you can head on here. I'll take that card for you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right.
Both.
Oh yeah, there you go. You want that card.
I like it.
All right, so
folks.
you get your photos with the legends. All right,
It's
so
happening.
what are we about to do next?
Yes, we're about to start a live auction, folks. But before we do that, I want to take you all to take a look at your table and take notice of the gorgeous centerpieces available from our incredible florist, Kay Brook Designs. If you'd like to step ahead of your table mates to claim this centerpiece for yourself, look for the donation card at your table to do so.
That's right. The beautiful centerpieces donated by Kay Brook Designs. They can be yours if you are the first person to write your bid number on the donation card. Now, if your donation card already has a bid number, you can go to another table and write your bid number on their donation card. Staff, they're going to visit the tables at the end of the live auction to collect your bid forms, or you can make a donation at checkout. All right, everybody. Here comes the food from Casper's. That means it's time to begin our live auction, Tiernan.
Get into it.
Oh my gosh. Everyone, find your bid card. Find your bid card. Make sure it matches your name tag. It's awkward to bid with someone else's money, Tiernan.
Well, I wouldn't suggest it. Yeah.
Yes. All right, so here's how this works. People in this room, put your phones away. You don't need a phone. You only need a bid card. If you're in the room, hold your bid card up for a picture. We're going to take a quick picture. Everyone hold up your bid card. We're going to, yes. In fact, we'll even do a quick practice auction. We'll do a quick practice auction. Here's our photographer. Hold up your bid card. This is just practice. Bid cards high. Here we go. 10,000 is bid right there. Now 20,000, 30,000, 40, 50. How about 100,000? It's just fake money. 100 is bid. Now 200. Smile. We're taking your picture. 300, 400. How about $1 million? 1 million is bid there. Now 2 million, 3 million. Sold. $10 million. Number 189 right up front. Congratulations.
Lively room. They're ready.
All right. So again, if you're bidding here, you're going to hold your card up. If you're bidding from home, grab a device to bid on. We usually recommend that you watch this on one screen like a laptop and then grab a second screen like your phone and do your bidding there. You're going to want to refresh item number 1, refresh your bidding page, and you'll see the bidding open up for those of you bidding at home.
Exactly. So if you are at home, the key to winning is to set a maximum bid on the live items you would like to win. Just click the button that says bid more, then set your max bid and click the set max bid button. So if you're bidding from home, remember you're 3 seconds behind, but your phone is live and your donations still count.
That's right. Your phone is live is key. That's why you need to set a max bid. As you said, click that button that says bid more and set that max bid. When the bidding stops online and in the room, I'm going to close the items quickly. So if you're at home, click bid more. You can do it right now. Set your max bid for each item. All right. Get ready, everybody. Let's you and I trade places so I can see this screen right here. This shows our at-home bidders.
Sounds good.
And here we go. We're doing it for real. It's auction item number 1.
101, you had me at hello. Date night for a year. Check your program for all the details. This is a brand new item, folks. Take a break from cooking and treat yourself to a culinary adventure with award-winning restaurants and breweries, including Sea Creatures Restaurants, Ethan Stoll Restaurants, Mia Post, Georgetown Brewery, and culinary artists Tom Varga and Christine Martin. Plus, go on a private scenic flight in a Cessna 182, sail around Lake Union and Lake Washington, catch a fly ball during a home game at T-Mobile Park, join Rich Draves with a 4-hour wake surfing lesson, and more.
Yeah, check your program for all of the things that you get to do. The winner of this package, you'll be the most romantic person because you're going to walk away tonight with a year full of dates, or buy them, just use them with your friends. It doesn't even have to be romantic. There are 15 donors who contributed to this package. I want to give a special shout out to those in the room tonight. Thank you, Rich and Martha Draves. Thank you, Jeff and Peg Lawrence. And we know watching from home, Ellen Monrad, thank you so much. Tom Varga, Christine Martin, thank you so much. All right, everybody, it's our first item, date nights for a year easily. Start me off at $1,000 and you'll be there. $1,000 to start things off. $1,000 bid in the back. Now $1,250 bid right here. Now $1,500 in the back. $1,750 up front. $2,000 at the very back. $2,250 on the far right. $2,500 up front. $2,750 at the VIP table. $3,000 bid in the very back. Now $3,250. $3,250 on the right there. Now $3,500. It's your turn. $3,500. I've got $3,250 on the right. Got to be $3,500. $3,500 right up front. Now $3,750 bid on the front right. Now $4,000 in the very back. $4,250 bid next to you. $4,500 on the right. Now $4,750. $4,500 in the lead here in the room. You've got to be $4,750. Again, $4,500 in the lead. Got to be $4,750. Bid spotters, where are you? Turn on those lights. $4,750 in the back. Got to be $5,000. $5,000 right up front. Thank you. Now $5,250. $5,250. I've got $5,000 right up front. Got to be $5,250. $5,000 in the lead. Got to be $5,250 right now. $5,000 bid right up front. Got to be $5,250. We're putting a price tag on love. $5,250 bid on the back right there. Now $5,500. You almost were the most romantic table. $5,250 in the lead. Got to be $5,500. $5,500. I'm seeing no advance online. I've got $5,250 in the lead. Got to be $5,500. Last chance. Last call. We're closing it down online. Last chance to bid here in the room. Sold $5,250. You got it. Congratulations. What's your bid number there at $5,250? Bidder number 150. Number 150. Thank you so much. And here come our spotters. Spotters, spread around the room. Point when you see a bidder. And let's continue with item number 2.
An Aloha way of life, 4-night beachfront Maui getaway, folks. Enjoy a 4-night stay at the sunny island of Maui, Hawaii. Your stunning oceanfront condos have a fully equipped kitchen, 3 bedrooms, and 2.5 baths. Bring up to 8 people. In the summer, swim with sea turtles, just steps from your back door, or enjoy whale watching from your porch in the winter. Ortlieb is providing 2 packs for your day trips to the beach and a duffel to get you to the islands. With 3 new pairs of sunglasses from Sunski and your new Mountaineers Books titles, you'll be ready to soak up all that Hawaii sun.
Yes, and you're seeing the pictures on your screen. Make sure you also look here at the big wall. Look at how beautiful that house is. Look at that far right picture. Look at your view of the water. Friends, this is for a 2024 date, May through December, so you've got all sorts of time to plan. Check your program for all the details. Can we give a big round of applause to board member Bryn and advisory council member Ryan? They are here tonight. Thank you for making this happen. All right. Who's ready to get things started off? Start me off at $1,500 and you'll be there. $1,500 is bid now. $2,000. $2,000 there now. $2,500 is bid now. $3,000 here now. $3,500 right in the very front. Now $4,000. I've got $3,500 right here. Got to be $4,000. $4,000 is bid in the back left. Thank you, spotters. Now $4,500 shaking your card in the back. Got to be $5,000. I've got $4,500 in the very back. You've got to be $5,000. $5,000. Number 606 takes the lead at $5,000. Now $5,500. $5,500. $5,500 in the very back. Thank you, spotters. Now $6,000. $6,000. I've got $5,500 in the lead. Got to be $6,000. Look at that big screen while you bid. $5,500 in the lead. Got to be $6,000. $6,000 in the very back. $6,000 takes the lead. Now $6,500. $6,000 in the lead. Got to be $6,500. How about $6,250? Just because we're having fun. I've got $6,000 in the very back. You've got to be $6,250. Remember, if you're bidding at home, click the button that says bid more and set a max bid. I've got $6,000 in the back. Got to be $6,250. $6,250 going once. Look at that big screen. $6,250 going twice. $6,250 is bid right up front. Thank you. Now $6,500. It's your turn in the very back. $6,500. I've got $6,250 up front. You've got to be $6,500 back there. Do you want to bid one more time in the back for the vacation of a lifetime? $6,250 in the lead. Got to be $6,500 going once, twice. We're shutting it down online. Sold $6,250. You got it. Congratulations. Bidder number 376. number 376. Congratulations, and let's move on to item 103.
Up next, Mount Everest print. This is photographed by Diane Roberts and signed by Tom Hornbeam and Jim Whittaker, folks. This is incredible. Today, we are also celebrating 60 years since Jim Whittaker became the first American to stand on the summit of Everest. 3 weeks after his summit on the same expedition. Hornbeam, thank you, climbed to the summit via the treacherous West Ridge.
Yes.
You can read more about these feats and your two new books, Whittaker's A Life on the Edge and Hornbeam's Everest, the West Ridge. This photograph is a piece of history, folks, and it also comes with a 30-minute video call to chat with Diane and Jim. You get to talk to them one-on-one and ask them questions about their tremendous mountaineering accomplishments.
Yes, and take a look at this right here because you can see, what I love about this is how easy it is to see the two autographs right there. 24 by 36-inch print right there. 10 years ago, Jim and Diane helped launch the Mountaineers Gala with Everest 50. Many of you were in the room that night. It's amazing to celebrate another decade with this community of adventurers. Not only do you get this rare photograph, but Jim and Diane are here tonight, and they're gonna pose for a photo and do a meet and greet with you after the gala wraps. So thank you to all of our donors, including Frame Central Issaquah, Tom Hornbeam, Diane Roberts, Jim Whittaker. Let's give them all a round of applause for this piece of history right here. Talk about something legendary. This is your chance right here. Start me off at $1,000 and this will be yours. 1,000 has been in the back, now 1,500. $1,500, I got 1,000 in the lead. Got to be 1,500. 1,500 right up front. Thank you, now 2,000. $2,000. 2,000, number 459, takes the lead at 2,000. 2,500 in the very back. Thank you. 2,500 in the back, now 3. $3,000. I've got 2,500 in the lead. 3,000, number 202, in the lead at 3,000. Now 3,500 for this piece of history. 3,500. I've got 3,000 right here. How about 3,250? 3,000 in the lead. 3,250 is bid. Now 3,500. $3,500. 3,250 in the lead. 3,500 is bid. Now 3,750. 3,750, and you get the photo tonight. 3,750 in the lead. Now $4,000. 3,750 took the lead. 4,000 is bid. Now 4,250. 4,250, it's your turn. 4,250 is bid. Now 4,500. He's looking to see who is bidding against me. 4,500 is bid. Now 4,750. Remember, Jim and Diane are going to take a picture with you. 4,500. Are you bidding 750? 4,750. Thank you. Now 5. 5,000 is bid. Now 5,250. 5,250. It's a slugfest. 5,250 bid. Now 5,500. 55. It's only money. 5,500 is bid. Now 5,750. You earned it so you could spend it. 5,750 for this once-in-a-lifetime chance. 750's in the lead. Now 6,000. $6,000. It's very close. You're only in second place. $6,000. Now you're in first. 6,250 is bid. Now 6,500. $6,500. $6,500. What do you think? 6,500. They're talking it over. Thank you. $6,500 going once. 6,250 in the lead. Got to be 6,500 going twice. Last chance, everyone. We're closing it online. Sold $6,250. Congratulations. What's your bid number there? Hold up your bid card at $6,250. What's your bid number there? Spotters, will you prompt that? Hold up your bid card at $6,250. It is bid number 157. Congratulations. All right, let's move on to 104, Tiernan.
Got it up next, an all-access to the 2023 Banff Mountain Film and Book Festival in Banff, Alberta. Your all-access pass will open the door to interviews with world-renowned authors and explorers and provide exclusive entry into premiere screenings of the legendary festival's lineup of new films. You'll get there thanks to 2 round-trip tickets from Alaska Airlines and enjoy a 5-night stay right in the center of the Banff action, courtesy of RAB USA. So to outfit your trip, RAB USA is offering $1,500 to spend on their high-performance mountain clothing and equipment. That's a pretty sweet deal. And a $400 gift card to Low Alpine, perfect for sneaking away to explore nearby Lake Louise or Banff National Park. They're also treating you to an intimate dinner for 2.
Ooh.
Plus, enjoy copies of 3 of the 2022 Banff Mountain Book Award winners published by our very own Mountaineers Books, Imaginary Peaks, Valley of the Giants, and the Pack Raft Handbook.
Everyone talks about how amazing this is. These 2 all-access passes, they're about to be yours. Special thank you to Alaska Airlines, Mountaineers Books, and RAB USA. This is always a very popular item. Who'll start me off at $2,000 and you'll be there? $2,000 is bid. Now $2,500 takes the lead. $3,000 up front. $3,500 in the very back. Now 4. $4,000 on the far left. $4,500 here in the middle. Now 5. $5,000 in the very back. Now $5,500. $5,500 takes the lead, number 532. Now $6,000 in the very back. $6,000 is bid. Now $6,500. I've got $6,000 in the back of the room. You've got to be $6,500. 65, $6,000 in the lead. $6,500 is bid, and there's a new sheriff in town. $6,500 right here. You've got to be $7,000 in the back. $7,000. $6,500 in the lead. Got to be 7. $7,000. $7,000, number 459, bidding like a VIP at $7,000. Now $7,500. $7,500, $7,000, $7,500 is bid. Now $8,000. VIPs, it's back to you. $8,000. $7,500 in the lead. You've got to be 8. $8,000. $7,500 is bid here. Got to be $8,000. $8,000 going once. No bidding online. 8,000 is what we're asking, going twice. Last chance, everyone, at 8,000. Sold $7,500. You got it. Congratulations. What's your bid number back there at 7,500? Hold that bid card high at 7,500. Number 451. Congratulations, number 451. Tiernan, this is exciting.
It is, and here's another exciting part. It's time for the Super VIP experience for 10 at the 2024 Mountaineers Gala. Get ready for an evening of luxury and the best seat in the house with the Super VIP table at the 2024 Gala. You and 9 friends will be treated to the ultimate VIP experience at your reserved table. You're the only table in the room with a dedicated wait staff, y'all, reserved parking, and skip the lines all night long. That's right, folks. You will see a line, you can skip the line. You also get special gifts just for your table. Special desserts as well, as we heard, a customized cake tonight. See the gorgeous custom centerpieces that doubles as a dessert. That's gonna happen again. The next level experience is available only for our super VIPs. So if possible, you also get a chance for a private meet and greet with next year's featured guests. So I ask you, who wants a crack at this VIP table next year?
Yeah, everyone take a look at our VIP table. They even have special bid cards. Hold up your bedazzled bid cards there with your crowns. This year's Super VIP table, Table 16, table captains Anne Marie and Steve Schreiber, everybody. Can we light up that table? I just want to see them one more time. Look at, they even get their own spotlight. I mean, what is that worth? That alone is worth thousands of dollars. Thousands of dollars. All right, who's going to start me off at $1,000 and you'll be VIP next year? 1,000 is bid. Now 1,500 takes the lead right there. Now 2,000. 2,000 takes the lead. Now 2,500. 2,500. I got 2,000 here. Got to be 2,500. Remember, you've got your whole table cost covered. $2,500 says, I don't want to be in the back next year. 3,000 bid from the VIP table. Now got to be 3,500. 3,500, I've got 3,000 here. 3,500, number 210 wants to be VIP. 3,500 is bid, now $4,000. 3,500, you'll be the VIP table. You can even pick where you want your table. Gotta be $4,000. 3,500 in the lead. Gotta be 4 to be the VIP table next year. 4,000 is bid from the VIP table. That's how good it is. 4,000 in the lead. Gotta be 4,500, and you'll be the VIPs next year. $4,500. Again, 4,000 bid. Asking 4,500. 4,000 in the lead. How about 4,250, and you'll be the VIPs. You can pick where your table is. 4,000 in the lead. Got to be 4,250. You'll invite your friends. You'll say, don't worry, I already paid for it. I'm the VIP table. 4,000 in the lead. Got to be 4,250. 4,250 to be the VIP table next year. Right now, the VIPs are in the lead. If you want to be sitting right up front or wherever you want, bid now. 4,000 is bid. Got to be 4,250 to be the VIPs next year. 4,250 going once. Again, 4,000 in the lead from the VIP table. Got to be 4,250 going twice. Last chance to bid 4,250 and be the VIPs next year. They're keeping their crowns. Sold $4,000. You got it. What's that bid number? Hold that bid card up so I can read it. Bidder number 427. Number 427. Congratulations, VIPs. And let's crank up the music as we roll through item 106. Here we go.
Fall in love with ice climbing in Canmore, Alberta. Legendary climber and tonight's Lifetime Achievement Award honoree, Steve Swenson, wants to take you and a partner for the ice climbing trip of a lifetime, folks. You'll start your week off with 2 days climbing with Canadian Rockies alpine guides. After getting dialed in, Steve will take you to some of his favorite spots in the area where you'll spend 2 more days ice climbing. Steve Swenson is an accomplished alpinist and 2-time recipient of the prestigious help me with this one.
Piolet d'Or.
Piolet d'Or. That sounds French. He will take you to all his favorite spots, folks. Petzl and Osprey have you covered with brand new ice tools, ropes, crampons, and climbing packs. As an expert, Steve knows just how taxing ice climbing can be, which is why he is also offering 5 nights at his cozy climber's apartment to allow you sufficient time to rest and explore around the town.
Now take a look at these pictures, everyone. The photos on the slides, they were taken by last year's winner, Andrew Hughes. So take a look at that. Andrew Hughes is bidding from the Arctic Circle tonight, by the way. But that right there, those are the photos that Andrew took. Tonight's Lifetime Achievement Award honoree, Steve Swenson, is a world-renowned ice climber. This is a big deal. You cannot buy an experience like this anywhere else. Last year, Tiernan, you remember last year we thought this would be the last time we ever got to do this. But then Steve's here, and thanks to Steve's generosity, he is offering it once again for the Mountaineers. So can we give a big round of applause for our honoree, Steve Swenson, for donating this? And thank you also to Steve's wife, Ann Dalton, and his family, who again are all here with us. And thank you to Petzl and Osprey as well. There's your gear right there on the stage. What an amazing opportunity. Looking online, thank you. Start me off at $2,000 now. $2,000 has bid now. $2,500 takes the lead. $3,000, $3,500, $4,000, $4,500, $5,000, $5,500, $6,000 takes the lead. $6,500, number 440, now 7. $7,000 right next to you. Now $7,500, 440 takes the lead. Got to be 8. $8,000. He's not even putting down the bid card. $7,500 in the lead. Number 440 is in the lead, refusing to put down his bid card. $7,500 right there. You've got to be $8,000. $8,000. $7,500. $8,000 is bid. 80. Oh, he's getting mad. $8,500 is bid right there. 85, 9,000 is bid. 9,500 is bid by number 440. 9,500 takes the lead. You've got to be $10,000. 9,500 in the lead, got to be 10. $10,000 is bid. Don't get mad, get even. $10,500 is what we're asking. $10,500. They're sitting at the same table. We've only got one of these to sell. $10,500. I've got $10,000 in the lead. Do you want to bid one more time? He's getting a pat on the back. Do you want to bid one more time at $10,500? It's only money. You'll make more on Monday. I promise you'll make more on Monday. $10,500. I've got 10,000 in the lead for this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. 10,500 is bid. 10,500 takes the lead. Now you've got to be $11,000. $11,000. No pressure, but Steve's watching. $11,000 is bid. 11,000 takes the lead. Now 11,500. Again, Steve is watching. 11,000 in the lead. Got to be 11,500. 11,500. The camera's pointed right at you. $11,500 going once. He's having a sip of wine. That's good. Steve will pour you a great glass of wine. 11,500 going twice. Last chance to bid 11,500. Thank you. Sold $11,000. You got it. Congratulations. Bidder number 202 at $11,000. Number 202. Absolutely amazing. Congratulations. Let's continue the party with item number 7 here.
Love it. Private dinner party tomorrow with Philip Henderson, our ticket drawer, and Steve Swenson. This is a buy-in experience. So get ready, folks. There are only 8 seats available for tomorrow night's dinner. And you're in for a once-in-a-lifetime memory to join a private dinner with 2 legends of mountaineering. So our keynote speaker, Philip Henderson, will be in Seattle for one more day to join this private dinner on Sunday, April 2nd from 5 to 8 p.m. with a 30-year outdoor career that spans 4 continents. There will be no shortage of stories to delight and inspire at this dinner. We're also thrilled to share the table with Lifetime Achievement Award honoree Steve Swenson. In addition to this evening's honor, Steve has earned 2, I need another hand,
Piolet d'Or.
Piolet d'Or awards, one of the highest honors in mountaineering. This private dinner experience will be hosted at the beautiful Lake Washington waterfront home of Anne and Bruce Bloom. There you go. Chef Ethan Stoll himself is going to be there, folks.
Yeah, I love that. Chef Ethan Stoll is cooking, and Conrad Anker just confirmed that Conrad will stick around for another night too. Not 1, not 2, but 3 legends. 3 legends in the same room. 8 lucky people will be at dinner with them. This is tomorrow night, and yes, Chef Ethan Stoll is cooking. So thank you to all of our guests who have made this possible. We have 8 spots to sell right now. 8 spots to sell right now. So here's how we're gonna do it. Let's do this. If you would go to this dinner tomorrow night, and by the way, Tiernan and I checked your calendars, you're wide open tomorrow. Hold up your bid card at $500. Remember, we're only doing 8 spots. And Laura, am I doing 6 in the room and you're doing 2? All right, so I'm gonna do 6 in the room and we'll do 2. And if you need 2 tickets, use your other hand and tell me I need 2. All right, so if you would do it at $500, hold up your bid cards and keep them high. All right, we've got too many. All right, how about this? $1,000 per person to be with these legends, because I've only got 6 spots in this room. So I count 1, 2, 3. Keep your cards up at $1,000. Remember, this is going to be intimate. This is not like 50 people. This is 8 people total at $1,000 each. All right, we're going to do it here at $1,000. So here we go. Number 166 takes 1 at 1,000. And we're going to open this online at home, too. Number 305. Number 443. Number 276. Number 571. That's 5. And I've got one more I can sell in the room at $1,000. Here we go. Number 554 takes the last one. And again, that is it right so far. That's $6,000. Now, we'll see what happens online because we're going to open that up to our friends online. We're going to give 2 spots to the first 2 people at $1,000 who buy in. We'll check in later. We'll check in later to see if that happened. But thank you to everybody in this room. We'll keep you posted. And give it up for our donors, our honorees. Thank you for making that happen. Tiernan, Let's keep the party going with item 108. Here we
Got
go.
it. 2 United Polaris business class tickets to anywhere in the world that United flies. If you've always wanted to treat yourself to a little bit of luxury, these tickets will give you the ultimate comfort and convenience as you travel to your next adventure. So escape the warm beaches of Tahiti, trek through the Tour de Mont Blanc in the French Alps, or explore the sights and sounds of Sydney, Australia. That's right, folks, Patagonia, New Zealand, Singapore, Cape Town. The sky is the limit.
Yes, we've got your in-flight entertainment covered with a copy of Mountaineers Books, Walking to the End of the World by Beth Jacino. Special thank you to Barney Harford and Beth Birnbaum, Mountaineers Books, United Airlines. Thank you so much for all that you've done. Friends, these are valued at up to $27,000, depending on where you're flying. Again, you heard me, valued at up to $27,000. Who'll start me off at $10,000 for $27,000 worth of tickets? 10,000 is bid right there. Thank you. 10,000 takes the lead. Now 11. 11,000 is bid there. Got to be 13. 13,000. 12 rather. I can count. 11,000 in the lead. Got to be $12,000. $12,000. I've got 11,000 in the lead. Got to be 12. Valued at $27,000. $12,000 is bid. Thank you. Now 13. $13,000. 13,000 right up front. What a fun way to support the Mountaineers. Now 14. 13,000 in the lead. Got to be $14,000. $14,000. I've got 13,000 bid. You've got to be $14,000, everyone. 13,000 in the lead, in the room. Got to be 14. $14,000. Again, I've got 13,000 in the lead. You've got to be 14. $14,000. 13 here. Got to be 14,000 on $27,000 worth of tickets. 14,000 is bid here. Now 15. 15,000. I've got 14 bid. You've got to be 15. Do you want to bid one more time? 15,000. Thank you. Now 16. 16. He says, thank you. 16,000. I got 15 in the lead. Got to be $16,000. Going once. Going twice. Last chance at 16. Sold $15,000. You got it. Number 434. Thank you for your generosity. Number 15 at $15,000. Thank you so much. All right. I'm going to go to Laura now and see if we sold those 2 spots at $1,000 each. We did not. All right. So going back to that previous dinner that we talked about, Conrad, Anker going to be there. Chef Ethan Stoll going to be there. Obviously, we've got Steve Swenson, Philip Henderson, all going to be there. We've got 2 more spots at $1,000. Uh-oh. Now we've got 2. All right, here we go. We're going to sell them to these 2 right here. Number 202 and 440 take the final spots. 202 and 440 take the final spots. That's $8,000 on that Adventure with Purpose incredible dinner. Thank you to that private dinner party experience again. All right, let's continue now with item 109.
Live paddle your heart out in the Sea of Cortez. Get ready to enjoy 6 days of Baja, Mexico at its best with mountain travel Sobek. This fun multi-sport adventure includes something for beachgoers and thrill seekers alike. Paddle the pristine beaches and hidden coves of Isla Esperanto Santo and unspoiled island paradise, or snorkel through sparkling waters rich with a variety of marine life, including sea lions and whale sharks, y'all. Camp evenings feature delicious meals, stargazing, and deluxe accommodations. Bookend the island adventure with time to enjoy the pristine beaches and world-class surfing in the Pacific beach town of Todos Santos. This package also includes an Osprey waterproof duffel and wheeled duffel to keep your belongings safe and dry.
Yes, don't forget to save space in your luggage for your new copy of Sea Kayaking, Basic Skills, Paddling Techniques, and Expedition Planning, published, of course, by Mountaineers Books. This is a brand new package this year. Thank you to our donor, Heidi Renz. Thank you so much. And special thank you to Mountain Travel Sobek and Osprey. Who wants this amazing package? Look at those pictures. I like that your bid card's up already. Start me off at $2,000 and you'll be there. 2,000 is bid, now 2,500 in the back, now 3,000 in the middle, now 3,500. 3,500 in the very back, 4,000 right up front, 4,500 here, 5,000 in the very, very back, now 5,500. 5,500, I've got 5,000. You're in the lead in the very back at 5,000. You don't have to outbid yourself. You're in the lead, 444, in the lead at 5,000. Got to be $5,500. Do you want to outbid yourself? 5,500 is bid in the back. Thank you. Now 6,000. Tierney's outbidding himself.
I like it.
5,500 bid in the back. Got to be $6,000 now. 5,500 is bid. You've got to be $6,000 for this amazing opportunity. 6,000, 5,500 bid in the back. Got to be $6,000. $6,000 again. 5,500 bid. You've got to be $6,000 to paddle your heart out. $6,000 going once. 6,000 going twice. I know Heidi's watching from home, waiting to see who wins. Last chance to bid 6,000. Sold in the back, $5,500. Congratulations, you got it. Hold up your bid card again. Bidder number 444. Congratulations, number 444. Tiernan, let's hit the music and talk about item 110.
I like it. It's time to trek to Everest Base Camp in 2024 with Madison Mountaineering. If you've always wanted to set your eyes on Mount Everest, now is your chance, people. Follow the footsteps of legends like Tenzing Norgay, Edmund Hillary, and our own Jim Whitaker as you trek to the fabled base camp of Mountain Everest. Madison Mountaineering provides a completely dialed-in experience. You and the climbing crew will follow the same route to base camp as the Everest climbers and recount historical ascents with the climbers who share lodges along the way. Pass through mountain villages and receive a blessing from the High Lama. See the famous Khumbu icefall and the challenging first segment of the route. This one-person package and accommodations includes in Kathmandu, round-trip airfare from Kathmandu to Lukla, guides and staff to help carry loads, park and porter fees, and all accommodations and meals while on the trek, folks. You'll also get a chance to don some new Madison Mountaineering swag, including a Mountain Hardware hoodie, duffel, and a Scrambler backpack.
Everyone, take a look at the big wall here. Look at these pictures. Imagine that experience. Special thank you to Brian and Amy Young, to Madison Mountaineering, to Rich Draves, who is here with us. Rich bought this package in 2019, had an incredible time. So this is your chance. Check it off your bucket list. Trek to Everett Base Camp in 2024 with Madison Mountaineering. What an amazing opportunity. Start me off at $1,500 here. $1,500 is bid now, $2,000, $2,500 is bid now, $3,000, $3,500, $4,000 in the back corner, now $4,500. $4,500, I've got $4,000 in the back, gotta be $45. $4,500 here on the left, now $5,000. You're in the lead at $4,500. Gotta be $5,000. Number 403 takes the lead at $5,000. Now $5,500. $5,500, I've got $5,000 bid. You've gotta be $5,500. $5,000 in the lead, got to be $5,500. $5,500, 5,000 right there. $5,500 is bid behind you. Now $6,000. 6,000, look at those pictures. You'll take those pictures. Now 6,000. 5,500 in the lead, got to be $6,000. 6,000, again, 5,500 is bid. You've got to be 6,000 to be there. Everest Base Camp. You will win social media when you're posting from there. $6,000 takes the lead. Now 6,500. 6,000 got to be 6,500. Now you're just sitting at home while they're at Everest. 6,000 in the lead. Got to be $6,500. $6,500 going once. I've got 6,000 in the lead. Got to be 6,500 going twice. Last chance at 6,500. Sold $6,000. You got it. The fist pump is real. What's your bid number there at $6,000? Bidder number 2. Oh, hold that up high. Bidder number 235. Number 235. Congratulations. Have an amazing time. Tiernan, what's next?
An adventure awaits in the heart of the French Alps. Breathtaking scenery and unforgettable memories await you in the picturesque alpine town of Chamonix, France. Nestled in the French Alps at the base of Mont Blanc, this beautiful family home will be yours to enjoy for 8 incredible nights. This 2-bedroom home can accommodate up to 6 guests and is equipped with a full kitchen. Come home to a library of adventure-inspiring books and nestle up beside the cozy fireplace. The winter season holds world-class skiing, ice climbing, and snowshoeing, and the summer months uncover a trail runner's paradise with an endless trail system just outside your front door.
All right. I love this auction item. Well, firstly, I love anything having to do with France.
Yes.
All right. In the heart of the French Alps, my friends, Chamonix adventure abounds year-round. So thank you so much, Emily Mabut and Edward Monrad. Thank you, Mountaineers Books. No pressure, but I'm told that Ed is watching you bid right now all the way from Amsterdam. Hello, Ed. Thank you so much. And Casper's Catering. Casper's, we're starting to clear the floor right now. Starting us off right now, online, I can see David and Catherine. Dr. David, thank you for starting us off here. And Catherine, at $2,000, you've got to be $2,500 now. $2,500 is bid now 3. $3,000 is bid now $3,500. Now $4,000 up front, now $4,500. $4,500 is bid there. Now on the far left, here we go. $5,000 is bid, got to be $5,500. $5,500, I've got $5,000. $5,500 right there with you. Thank you. $5,500. Now $6,000, number 291 in the middle. Got to be $6,500. I've got $6,000. How about $6,250? $6,250 in the lead. Thank you. Now $6,500. $6,250 right there. Got to be $6,500. $6,500 is bid on the far left. You've got to be $6,750. Just $250 more. $6,750 at the VIP table right there. $6,750. Thank you. Now $7,000. $6,750 took the lead. Got to be $7,000. $7,000. $7,000 is bid across the room. Now $7,250. $7,000 in the lead. Got to be $7,000. Hold on. Can we? They're saying we can do 2 of these. Will you just match them at $7,000? You don't have to outbid them, or do you want it? Do you want it too? No. All right, we're going to sell 2 at $7,000 right now. What's your bid number over there? Hold up your bid card, number 403. And over here, you get one, number 305. $7,000 each, that's $14,000, everybody. All right, and again, Casper's, we're clearing the room now. So Casper's, we're gonna hold service. We're gonna hold service. Servers, we're gonna hold all service now. Because we're at the most important part.
Yes, we are.
Oh my goodness, can you believe that? Amazing. All right, so this is the only time we need everyone to please return to your seats. Again, Casper's, we're gonna completely clear the room. Casper's, we're clearing the room, thank you. And again, everyone turn to the person next to you and just say, shh. Shh. This is the only time we're just going, shh. And if you're standing, if you would please take your seats. Casper's Catering, if you would please head to the back. We're going to clear the room because this is the most important part of our whole evening. It's time for us to tell you a bit more about why you're here tonight, and to talk a little bit about the work of the Mountaineers. So again, Casper's, we're going to hold all our service. Everyone, thank you for holding your conversation. This is the most important part. It's why we're here.
It is. Folks, you are about to meet Katie Strausz-Clark. Katie Strausz-Clark is a youth board representative on the board of directors at the Mountaineers and a former counselor in training at the Mountaineers summer camp. She is also a senior at Ingram High School. She is an avid skier, climber, and hiker and does annual backpacking trips with her friends. She will be attending Tufts University in the fall. Absolutely, where she will major in political science. Katie is passionate about ensuring all people have opportunities to adventure safely on our public lands. Tonight is all about adventure with purpose, and Katie is here to share hers.
That's right. Friends, make some noise as we welcome Katie Strausz-Clark, everyone.
Hi there. My name is Katie. Thank you so much for inviting me to speak tonight. Thank you. Recently, I've been reflecting on the formative moments of my life, and I have found my most meaningful experiences have taken place outside. It is where I've developed my closest friendships and formed my happiest memories. I even sent a 650-word essay about my outdoor poops to 15 colleges. And if that doesn't demonstrate my love for the outdoors, I don't know what does. I want to thank my parents and grandparents for inspiring this passion. And I also owe a debt of gratitude to the Mountaineers for carrying it forward. My journey with the Mountaineers has grown as I have. Starting as a summer camper at 11 years old, I then became a summer counselor in training, where I spent my days introducing the next generation to the outdoors. Now, I'm developing my skills even further on the board of directors. As a community, you've supported me through tremendous growth. You have inspired me to build my life centered around the outdoors, which has become my favorite place to rest and recharge, as much as to grow as a leader. Yet, the most profound way the Mountaineers has impacted my life is by teaching me how to be an advocate. I first learned about advocacy and outdoor conservation as a summer camper, learning about Leave No Trace. These early lessons taught me about responsible recreation and the little things we can do to care for the places that we love. We also talked about how to steward the natural world and learn about advocacy. It was there that I began to understand that my voice, especially when joined with others, can become a powerful tool for change. As I've grown, advocacy, and now activism, has become central to who I am. But recently, I learned that true advocacy is really, really difficult. Just 5 months ago, my high school experienced a tragedy of gun violence. Using the tools that I learned through the Mountaineers, I joined fellow students to demand real change by making meaningful progress in gun control legislation and mental health support for young people. Through this advocacy, thank you. Thank you. Through this advocacy, I realized that it would take sustained effort and persistence to get people to listen. It took months of testifying at hearings, meeting with officials, and speaking at press conferences. And it still felt like no one was listening. It was then I could turn to the Mountaineers for support, to the community and the outdoors to rest and recharge. You gave me the energy to get up another day to fight again. This journey is, oh, thank you. This journey is far from over, but in the short term, we were able to secure over $9 million in mental health funding from the school district and passed two gun control bills through the State House, and they're in the House right now. Thank you. Thank you so much. This experience, as well as my time at the Mountaineers, has helped me build the confidence needed to use my voice and promote safety for people and for places. Whether that's safety in our schools, emotional safety in the outdoors, or safekeeping our natural resources, Young people like me are learning what it means to speak up for what matters. And we have supporters like you to thank for that. Tonight's theme is adventure with purpose. To many, adventure is about seeking personal benefit, but it is so much more than that. To me, it is about believing in the unwavering power of the outdoor spaces. It is the ability to change minds and inspire action. It is about carrying forward the tradition of community-based education so that all people have the opportunity to feel belonging in the outdoors. It is about protecting these beautiful outdoor spaces that I am so lucky to experience. And when all of that protecting and creating and bettering becomes difficult, it is about being able to turn to the outdoors as a restorative place for mental well-being, and to our community to cheer us on and begin again. Thank you. In just a few moments, you will be invited to raise your paddle. And I hope you'll raise it high, knowing your support makes stories like mine possible. I am proud to carry on the torch of advocacy and purpose, but I cannot do it alone. Our future is worth fighting for together. I hope you'll join me. Thank you so much.
How incredible is she, everybody? Thank you so much. Katie, thank you. All right, friends, now that Katie has opened our hearts, we're going to help her and our youth members build the future we all want to see for our outdoor community. We could turn off the prompter. We don't need it. We're going to start our giving tonight at $25,000. We're going to work our way down. But tonight's lead donors are calling in all the way from Amsterdam. Can we give a big round of applause to Ed Conrad and Emily Mabut joining us at $25,000 all the way from Amsterdam. They're watching us live. Emily Mabut, thank you. Ed Conrad and Emily Mabut. If anyone would like to join them at $25,000, hold your paddle up proudly. I like to remind people, if everyone gives $25,000, we can skip all the other levels. It'll save so much time. All right, can we give Emily and Ed a big round of applause again for their $25,000 leadership gift? Thank you. Our next level is $15,000. Hold your paddle up proudly if you can join us at $15,000. We've got people giving online, and look at these paddles going up at $15,000. Number 202, Tiernan. Who are we thanking?
Thank you, Rich and Martha Draves.
Would anyone else like to join the Draves at $15,000? Hold your paddle. Yes, number 136, also joining us at $15,000. Tiernan?
Thank you, Anne and Bruce Bloom.
Anyone else want to join us at $15,000? You'll get your own private round of applause. How about a big round of applause to our two $15,000 supporters? Thank you for your generosity. Our next level is $10,000, and starting us off at $10,000, we have a donation from virtual viewers Barney Harford and Beth Birnbaum. Thank you so much at $10,000. Who can join them at $10,000? Hold your paddle up proudly. Would anyone here like to join them at $10,000? Hold up your card proudly. Again, we're confident there's a level that works for everyone, so we just want to make sure everyone has the opportunity. Anyone here at $10,000? All right, how about another round of applause to our virtual viewers donating from afar. Thank you so much, Barney and Beth. All right, I know we've got a lot at this. This is always one of our most popular levels, $5,000. Who can join us now at $5,000? And look at all of these bid cards going up. My goodness. Here we go, bidder number 368. That's tonight's co-chair, Roger Mellum. Thank you for starting us off. Tiernan, I'm going to let you do some too. Number 346, thank you so much.
Thank you, David and Hope Maltz.
I can see bidder number 532, Mountaineer CEO Tom Vogel, everybody. Thank you. How often do you get to give with the CEO? All right, number 365, Tiernan, also joining us at $5,000.
Oh, thank you, Craig McKibben and Sarah Murner.
Number 564 also joining us, Tiernan. Number 564 at 5,000.
Thank you, Greg Pindras and Renee Yoakum.
Number 103 right there, Peter Ackroyd and Joan, thank you for your generosity. Number 486, is that right? Number 486, thank you.
Thank you, Judy Sterry.
Number 448, thank you for your generosity. All of these gifts at $5,000.
Thank you, Vic and Jessica Sawney.
Number 291 is also joining us at $5,000. Thank you, 291.
Thank you, TJ and Tanya King.
Number 257 also joining us at $5,000. Incredible. Thank you.
Thank you, Nancy Temkin and Peter Hendrickson.
Number 303 also joining us at $5,000. Amazing.
Thank you, Bryn and Ryan Kazansky.
Anyone else want to join us at $5,000? I'm watching all the gifts coming in online as well. Thank you to our online donors. Anyone else? That was a big level. How about a big round of applause for our $5,000 supporters? Thank you. And again, I'm watching these gifts online because I can see Jeff Lawrence at $2,500, Paul Robert Brown at $2,500. $2,500 is our next level. And again, thank you to our virtual guests, Brian and Amy Young, also giving online. Heidi Renz gave $3,000. Thank you, Heidi, for giving $3,000. Who can join them at $2,500? Hold your bid cards up proudly if you'd like to join them at $2,500. And look at all of these bid cards going up. Here we go. Number 554, Anita Wilkins. Thank you for your generosity. Number 309, Tiernan, is starting us off here at $2,500 alongside Anita.
Thank you, David Leahy and Linda Rhodes.
Number 297, also at $2,500. Thank you.
Thank you, Stanton Reed Koch and Suzanne DeLonzo.
Everyone's pointing at number 142. Thank you for your generosity.
Thank you, Roger Johnson and Pamela Boyles.
Something like that. Here we go, number 503. Thank you so much. That's Steve Swenson, everybody. Steve Swenson and Ann Dalton. Thank you so much. How often do you get to give with Steve Swenson and Ann Dalton? Number 440, Tiernan, joining us now at $2,500.
Thank you, Joshua Rowe.
Number 425, also at $2,500.
Thank you, Shelley Rons.
Number 534 says, I'm in. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Robert and Lisa Wabi.
These are all tax-deductible donations, but you're changing lives. You're getting people outside. You're protecting the outside. Number 376, thank you for your generosity.
Thank you, Prati and Sheila Misra.
Number 537, thank you so much for your generosity here.
Thank you, Mark Walters.
Number 319 keeps the party going.
Thank you, Rick and Missy Leduc.
And number 314 sitting right next door.
Thank you, Marie Laurenato.
And number 422, thank you so much.
Thank you, Paula and Jeffrey Piat.
Number 278, thank you for your generosity.
Thank you, Sally and Warren Jewell.
Oh, I love that. Number 357, thank you so much.
Thank you to Doug McCall Jr. and Rachel McCall.
And number 299, thank you for your generosity. Thank you.
Thank you, Gerald and Mary Lynn Keptke.
Number 137 joining us right now at $2,500.
Thank you, Alex and Wendy Beauregard.
And number 117, thank you for your generosity.
Thank you, William and Petra Barclay.
Number 562, also thank you so much.
Thank you, Gavin and Sarah Woody.
Number 581, thank you.
Thank you, Andrea and Aaron Ostrovsky.
Number 172, thank you for your generosity.
Thank you to Peter Clithrow and Arivia Morris.
Number 385, thank you so much for your generosity at $2,500.
Thank you to Elizabeth Nakshima.
And number 416, also joining us. Thank you.
Thank you to bidder Vineeth Madhusudan and Manisha.
And number 358, thank you so much for your generosity at $2,500.
Thank you to bidder Steve and Colleen McClure.
Would anyone else like to join us at $2,500? Hold your paddle up proudly. If anyone else would like to join us at $2,500. And again, thank you to everyone who is giving online as well. Our online guests have already raised about $7,000 just giving online. So keep those online gifts coming in as well. How about a big round of applause to everyone who raised their paddle? Thank you so much. All right. Last year, we had 42 people raise their paddle for $1,000 in this room. 42 people in the room at $1,000. Let's see if we can beat that record. Who could join me at $1,000? Hold your paddle up proudly and look at all these bid cards. Here we go. Number 386, thank you. Number 492. Number 383. Number 479. Number 487, and I got you, thank you. Number 482. Number 396. Number 550. Number 244. Number 194. Number 457. Number 459. Number 121, a very bedazzled card. Number 482. Number 436. Number 505. Can you believe all these cards? Number 240. Thank you to everyone with a card up. Number 157. Number 281. Number 229. Who else at $1,000? I'm coming around the horn here. Number 171. Number 412. Number 566. Number 514. Oh, thank you. Number 246. Number 510. Number 412. Number 216 here, thank you. Number 551. Number 395. Number 267. Number 523. I got you there, thank you. Number 484. Number 225. Number 288. Number 158. Number 567. Number 160. Number 104. Number 331. Who else here? Hold up your bid card. If you'd like to give it, there we go. Number 206. Number 531. Anyone else at $1,000? I got you back there, number 158. I already got you. Anyone else at $1,000? Yes. Bidder number 109. Thank you, spotters. Anyone else? How about a big round of applause to everyone who raised their bid card at $1,000? Amazing. And again, we want to say thank you to everybody who is giving online. I can see Nicholas Brown giving $1,000 online. So thank you to all of our online supporters as well. $500 is our next level. This is exciting. $500. Who can join us? You can read some of these too.
I would be happy to, Fred.
Here we go. I'll start us off and then I'll hand it over to you. Number 494. Number 539. Number 342, number 244, and number 469.
Love it. Number 142, number 577, number 411, number 183, number 506, number 577. Number 177, number 111.
Who else? Number 231. All of these generous gifts at $500. Number 504. Number 242. Who else? Number 370. Number 321. Number 125. number 251, number 115, number 250, in the very back, number 432, number 169, number 416, number 227, number 249, number 211, number 131. Waving a bid card is number 476. Thank you for your generosity. Anyone else want to join us at $500?
There's a few more, friend. I saw my friend in the front here. Will you raise your card for me one more time? Bidder 506. Thank you.
Anyone else at $500? Hold your card up high. How about a big round of applause for our $500 donors? All right. Tiernan, our next level is $250.
Hot diggity.
Hot diggity. And why don't you start us off at $250? What do you see?
You got it. I see a number 398, number 556, bidder 576, number 174.
I'm going to interrupt you because I'm getting word here via our electronic communication device that $250 is a big level. I'm seeing that some of our Gala supporters who couldn't be here wanted to show their support. So right now, these supporters, it says they're hiking off the Jordan Trail right now. They're hiking the Jordan Trail to Petra. They're adventuring in the Arctic Circle. They're snowshoeing at Artist Point. They're skiing in the Canadian Rockies. But they pooled their funds together. They're going to match each and every $250 paddle raise up to $9,000. Yeah, can we give our adventurers a big round of applause? Thank you. So if we can get 36 paddles up, we'll make $18,000 at this level alone.
We can do that.
So let's keep reading bid cards. But now, hold your paddle up. Your $250 becomes $500 with our challenge match right now. So let's keep it going.
You got it. Bidder 254, number 198, number 606, a number 128, number 576, number 553, bidder 475, and bidder 235. Thank you.
And here I've got number 495. Remember, your 250 can become 500 with our challenge match. Number 397, number 140, number 438, number 147, thank you, number 260, number 317, I got you, number 101, thank you, number 312, number 220, number 226, number 441, number 129, number 533. I'm working the party table over here. Thank you. Number 284, number 418, number 389. Thank you. I'm hanging out with Mountaineers Books now. Number 152, number 105, and number 149, and number 447. Tiernan, what do you see?
I love it. I see a lot. Where's my friend up here? Number 597. Thank you. I'm coming down. Look out, friends. Number 327. Number 540. Who else have we got? 144. Bidder, turn it towards me. 330. Bidder 205. Bidder 483. A bidder 144. Bidder 393. Bidder 304. Bidder 457. Bidder 335. Bidder 509. I'm going to give it back to you, Fred. You want me to keep rolling?
I see number 196. I'm going to hand it back to you, though.
I like it.
Number 255.
I'll take it.
Number 524. And what else do you see?
We've got number 193. Bidder 4 8, 9. Bidder in the back, 3, 7, 5. Thank you. Bidder 3, 5, 9. Thank you. Fred, what can't I see?
Let's see. Anybody else want to hold up your bid card at $250? All right. Hey, Tiernan, I've got interesting news.
Tell me about it.
Last year, 12 people gave $250.
Okay.
We needed 36 to exhaust the challenge.
Okay.
Last year, 12 people. This year, 53 people gave $250. Thank you. Plus, all of our donors who are giving online. Travis Prescott, thank you for your generosity. We're seeing everyone. Eilena and Peter Digert, thank you so much. David Dugdale, thank you so much. Again, Paul Robert Brown, Karen Dobert, thank you so much. We're watching everyone giving at home all around the world.
It's alive in here.
So absolutely incredible. All right, this is our last level. Tonight is all about adventure with purpose. Dig deep for our community during this last level. If you've already given once and you want to give again, is that allowed?
Absolutely.
It is. All right, who can join us at $100? Again, it is our last level. Join us at $100, and here we go. Number 481, thank you. Number 588, thank you for your generosity. Number 341, thank you. Number 536. Who else? All of these generous supporters at $100. Number 363. Number 460. I'm coming over here by the very fancy VIP cake. Oh my goodness, look at that. Number 119. Number 611. Number 192. All of these generous supporters at $100. Number 456, thank you. Number 420, we can say that now, it's legal. Number 265, number 222, number 456, number 203, number 344, number 409, number 195, number 456, thank you. Anyone else want to join us at $100? Hold your paddle up proudly. At $100, it is our last giving level. I'm squeezing by the super VIPs. Anyone else? Yes. Number 187 at $100. Number 450 joins us at $100. Is there anyone else? Tiernan, do you see anyone?
I can see someone, but not a card. I see right here, though, a 2, 4, 8, and 2, 1, 8.
And they're waving their wands over here. Also joining us at $100. Hold your number 181. Thank you for your generosity. Thank you, spotters. Anyone else? How about a big round of applause for everyone who raised their paddle? Thank you so much. Thank you so much to everyone. And as a reminder, if you work for a company that will match your generosity, please make sure they do that this week. All right, it is now time to recognize a legend from our Mountaineers community. Everyone make some noise for Steve Swenson, who's in the room. Here tonight to present the 2023 Lifetime Achievement Award is climbing legend in his own right, dear friend Conrad Anker.
Conrad is one of the most prolific climbers of his generation, folks. From, is that El Cap?
From El Cap, the legendary.
El Cap. I'm learning a lot tonight. To the Antarctic, to the Himalaya, he has done it, folks. Hard, big walls, alpine ice, you name it. It includes a rare ascent of Everest without supplemental oxygen.
Yes.
Didn't know that was even allowed. And the first ascent of Meru's shark's fin. Holy cow, this person, Conrad, is a passionate advocate and has led the charge towards greater dialogue and positive action around conversation and climate change.
Yes, thank you so much. Audience members, at-home viewers, please welcome the one and only Conrad Anker.
Are you on belay? We're on belay. You having a good time? Thank you to Fred and Tiernan for a wonderful job, and everyone that participated and raised their paddle and helped out with the mission of what the Mountaineers stands for. So Steve and I are not going to ask for any money. We've already done that. Thank you again. We're here to recognize Steve. And it's wonderful to be back here in Seattle this evening. Seldom do I get to visit the town, but I've always stayed with the Swensons. And this is a real moment to recognize Steve with a Lifetime Achievement Award. And it's also as special recognition, Jim and Diane are here in the house. Thank you, Jim Whitaker, for what you've done. And Tom Hornbein coming in from Colorado. And also Dan Evans and Sally Jewell, our elected officials, past and present. Thanks for standing up for the outdoors. We certainly appreciate that. Brent Bishop is in the house. And Brent! Carrying on the tradition, we've got Brent's fan club there. So we're going to get Tiernan to sing Brent's praise within that. So. But it's also here with Philip Henderson, my good friend, to introduce him as our keynote speaker. So it is quite the Everest celebration. Steve has climbed Mount Everest without supplemental oxygen and K2 and all that. So it was a real honor when the Mountaineers reached out to have this honor to bestow Steve the Lifetime Achievement Award. We've known each other for years, and we've gone from climbing to raising our kids together to doing everything in between, except that Steve's the real thing. Partnered at R.W. Beck, retired with a real job, managed to climb, never had to stoop low to beg for sponsorship, guilty of that, and did it on his own. And so, as Brent said, they broke the mold of Steve once they were done, thanks to Steve's dad there. So, and props to the family. This is the first time I had the honor to meet Steve's dad, and he filled us up with stories about 95 in the house. Woo! So if there's any question where Steve's strength came from, it's over there at table 4. But as Tiernan pointed out, 2-time winner of Pile d'Or, which is the award for mountaineering, and also awards from the American Alpine Club, but probably the most prestigious one is the one that is taking place this evening. And for our community here in the Mountaineers, it's a real treat. So, I'm going like ad lib and prompter here, so being transparent, and for all of you in tech world, it's good humor there. So, but our purpose this evening is adventure with purpose, and that's why we're here, to enable people to get outdoors, to share the message of being outdoors, and to do with that. And Steve is part of this. I already mentioned it, but there's 2 Pile d'Ors, Susser Congree 2 and Blink Sar. But let's tell it, we've already given him props twice for that, so we're gonna be a little more off the cuff. But what Steve brings to climbing isn't the sport of climbing, it's the love of climbing. His ability to share how we communicate with other people in the mountains and then bring people in. And not only that, mentoring legions of people, myself included, and youngsters, and all along the line, there's also inspiration to all of us that are like, well, I turned 45 and I have to stop climbing now. And they're like, have you met Steve Swenson? Okay. That conversation is null and void. So we know he's the everlasting bunny of mountain climbing. We love that for him. So he served for 6 years on the board of the American Alpine Club, cross-pollinating with the Mountaineers, the executive committee, and 3 years as board president. Thankless and hard-earning working jobs along those things. And also here at the Mountaineers, being transformational in how we approach mountaineering and climbing and being outdoors. Updating the Freedom of the Hills book, which is wonderful, and it's gone on from edition to edition. I still have my faded, like when they were hardbound, and it said 512 is theoretical. 512 is a warm-up in a gym, FYI. So there's but there's a lot of things that Steve does behind what we see here that makes the Mountaineers work, with board governance, program development, and fundraising strategies, all of which the club has benefited with Steve that. So he's 2 books that he's worked on, the Karakoram, Climbing Through Kashmir Conflict. If you didn't get a chance to get your autographed copy, I'm sure that we'll put Steve up to have you get an autographed copy to there. And Revising the Freedom of the Hills, which is the go-to encyclopedia of climbing knowledge throughout the world. And it was my first climbing book, and it was like, this is a Hippolei, and these are cartoons, and we figured it all out, and we go from there. But that is an essential part of where we are. But last but not least, Steve continues to be a mentor for climbers, both for people that are new to the sport, that are experienced in the sport, and with that. So it is Steve who has created the Mountaineers Alpine Ambassadors Program. Yeah, woo! I was just about on to the next point. So all of you that are in this room, you know that his nickname is the Colonel, which means get up, get to work, show up on time, have your pack packed correctly, no excuses. I mean, that's like the foundation of all climbing. So he takes these skills out there to everyone else with that. So, but this, at this moment, I am going to take this, a very special, before we present the award, we have 2 special drop-in videos. One from Jimmy Chin, the other one from Graham Zimmerman, who wish they could be here but did not have the time to make it here. So we have their short videos. So before we give you the hardware/bling, let's hear from our friends.
Hey, Steve, and hello to all the Mountaineers there today. Steve, I heard that you are receiving the Mountaineers Lifetime Achievement Award, and I just wanted to say congratulations. You have been an inspiration to me even before I met you 20 years ago, or maybe it's 25 years ago, in that dingy little tea house in Skardu. Since then, I've been incredibly impressed with all the work that you've done to support the climbing community, to advance climbing education, whether that's through the Mountaineers or other nonprofits that you support. Thank you for showing us how to live passionately and purposefully, and thank you for a lifetime of giving back and paying it forward. Congratulations, buddy.
Hey, Steve. Graham here. I am absolutely delighted that the Mountaineers are giving you this award. I feel it is so well deserved. You have not only been an incredible inspiration to me and many others as a climber and an alpinist, but also as a community member. You've really shown me personally what it means to balance a career that's focused on these very personal objectives, like going to the Karakoram to try big, hard things, but also coming home to give back and be a really engaged community member. And thank you for that. It's something that I really encourage you to continue. And to everybody here at the Mountaineers Gala, I encourage you to look at Steve's example. Look at both his resume as a climber and his resume as a community member. And just, it is super inspirational. Thanks, Steve. And thanks to Mountaineers for giving him this award.
Thank you, Jimmy and Graham. Both wish they could be here, but Steve's family is here in force, and so we have 2 tables of them. So congratulations, Steve, on a life very well lived, and to continuing to rope up and tie in. And in climbing, we call our gear, our hardware, things like that. But when you get an award, the slang for that is hardware. So it is my honor, on behalf of the Mountaineers, based in Seattle, Washington, to present you, my dear friend, Steve Swenson, with a Lifetime Achievement Award. Thank you, Larry. Yeah, you got it.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Well, Tom Vogel, I don't know, a number of months ago, called me and said, you know, we'd like to give you the Lifetime Achievement Award, and I thought about it for a minute, and then I said to him, well, Tom, I'm not dead yet. But no, really, it's a huge honor for me, and there's so many people to thank. And really, I can't really do a decent job of that individually, so I'll just talk about groups of folks that I really like to thank and why. First of all, I'd really like to thank my family. You know, I was raised in a family that I think, when I think about it, there's like three things that really got imprinted on me. And the first one was love. And you know, love is a verb. You know, it's the things that we do, you know, for others as others. And for myself and all my siblings, my dad and my mom, you know, that's kind of what we grew up with, you know, and that's the kind of foundation that we went out into the world with. And we were incredibly prepared as adults, you know, with that kind of, you know, that kind of demonstration of caring. And I think all my siblings and I benefited from that, and who are all here tonight. The other one is resilience. You know, the Swensons don't give up. You know, they can get knocked down, but they get right up again. And you know, and I learned, you know, growing up, it was like, you know, learn from your mistakes and try again. You know, and I wouldn't be standing here tonight if that isn't something that I learned. You know, and the other one was giving back. You know, I was taught that if we have the capacity to help others, you know, that's a gift, but it's also a responsibility. And certainly, you know, that's an attribute that I share with a lot of you here tonight. You know, and that's why you're here. The other group I'd like to thank are my climbing partners and training partners. There's a bunch of people that are here tonight that I used to run with for many years downtown Seattle. Every noontime lunch group, and it was incredibly helpful for me in other things that I did to train with them. But you know, things like fortitude. You know, we had a special relationship with being comfortable with pain. That was very helpful. And you know, creativity, independence. You know, those were all amazing things that I've learned from, you know, my partners over the years. And the other group that I'd like to really thank is all of you. You do so much for our community. You really do take to heart that thing that I learned, you know, and certainly why I'm here tonight. That you know, the capacity to help others is a gift and a responsibility. And so I thank you for all that. And finally, I'd like to thank our beautiful planet. You know, you know, we just, you know, for me, it's especially the mountains. You know, that's the part of the landscape that I've been especially attracted to. And really, it's taught me to be humble. You know, these powerful landscapes, you know, you know, the outcomes, you know, of what we do in that arena, you know, really is determined by, you know, our ability to bring all those attributes that I was talking about to the table, and knowing and having the self-awareness, you know, of kind of where you're at with that stuff, you know, and certainly, you know, that dynamic, you know, between knowing where you're at and how that trauma plays out in these incredibly powerful places is the thing that's just fascinated me for most of my life, you know, those adventures. And now I think we're at a real, you know, kind of a critical point, you know, with all of that, you know, with our planet, you know, and I really appreciate a lot of the work that the Mountaineers and other people are doing that care about our planet, you know, to try to preserve, you know, these mountain landscapes and the places that we've been able to climb for future generations, you know, as our planet is warming. It's a critical time, you know, for all of us to be involved and to be an activist like our young speaker talked about earlier today, who I was so impressed with. Thank you so much, you know. Anyway, this is such a huge honor for me. You know, everybody in the room has a superpower. You know, everybody deserves a lifetime achievement for what that is. So, give each other a big hug, and for what that is, because I appreciate all of you. Thank you so much.
Congratulations, Steve. To introduce our keynote speaker, please welcome back to the stage, Conrad Anker, everyone.
Yeah, thank you so much, and thank you, Steve. And textbook, Grace and Humility, Steve Swenson. May we all be inspired by this wonderful man and what he has done for all of us. So, yeah, thank you. And to recognize Steve for that is a real honor and a real treat. So, this is Philip Henderson. He's my man. So, the teleprompter's like personal reflection. So we're gonna Phil and I met 2006, and we were probably at a trade show selling raincoats or trying to get free raincoats and doing the basic things we did at the trade shows, and we connected. And the next year or two, Philip came over to the Khmu Climbing Center, was an instructor there in Nepal, and then joined the board of the Alex Lowe Charitable Foundation. 2012, I was the leader of the National Geographic 50th anniversary. That was 2013, but it was there for.
I'll give you this so you can
okay,
where you want. Hold it
there
up.
we go. This is Ben Stiller's brother, just FYI. So, yeah, but we were there. We went to Denali, and that was, not Denali. We went to Everest, and the goal there was to help elevate African Americans, Black Americans, people of color in the outdoor space. And we worked towards that goal. Ryan Hudson was on our small journey. We went there, and then that was on the year following on Denali in that space. I kept the dream alive of helping realize this, and then we were planning. Philip then organized the Full Circle Everest expedition. COVID happened. We're all back again. And then it was 2020 when Philip was able to bring the team together for that. And throughout this time, I've always kept my connection to Phil close to my heart. We relate to each other as siblings in a way, but also towards shared goals and what we want to do. And tonight, it is my esteemed honor to introduce Philip Henderson and the Full Circle Everest expedition and all that they were able to do with that, and to hear the story from Phil from his view. So thank you so much, Philip.
Thank you, Conrad, for that introduction. It's funny, just a quick story about Conrad and I. He says about, me going to Nepal, and I think it was maybe 2009 or so, and it was a long day. We had been climbing all day, and we were hiking back to Fort Say, and it was misty, the fog was rolling in. I was tired and cold, and Conrad's like, let's go. You know how Conrad is, come on, let's go. And I'm hiking behind him, and I'm like, man, I'm hiking behind Conrad Anker. I didn't know who he was before that. A few years before that, I didn't know who he was. And now I realize that I was hiking behind him, but he was actually going only a half speed. But when we got into camp, he was like, man, we got in the village, and he's like, we should think about getting you on Everest with these guys one day. And one day it happened. But it really was the journey of getting there. And not only just the journey of being in Nepal, but it's actually my life. And so that's kind of what I want to share with y'all tonight, and kind of the journey of how this expedition happened, and then the connections that we have. Before I get started there, I want to make sure that I thank, for one, I just met Jim this evening. Jim Whitaker, we had a conversation this evening about Everest, and that was probably a highlight of my life at this point. Yeah. And just to see, not only just in this room, but just in general, this connections of mountaineering, the history of mountaineering, the history of American mountaineering, where it was and where it's going at this point. And just to be a part of that, I'm really honored to be here and to be a part of that movement. So with that, here we go. My path in life started in 1963, actually 4 months after Jim stood on top of Everest on May 1st, 1963. I was born on August 24th, 1963. And during that time, there was a couple of significant things that were happening in our life, and summiting Everest as the first American expedition was one of them. I was born, again, this was me in a stroller, and 4 days after I was born, which was August 28th, 1963. And that was the day which was the March on Washington. And so these two significant events that happened the year that I was born kind of helped pave the journey for my life, in a sense. I was brought up in a segregated society. I lived in an all-black neighborhood. I went to an all-black school, and I went to church. That's what we did until I was 8 years old. And then my parents decided they wanted to move, and they were actually able to move. The difference was that we bought a house in the suburbs. And on the picture on the right, you can see the high point there. Just left of that, you can see a road in that saddle. And I lived right at the base of that road. So I was exposed to open space and so on, but I was also the only black kid in my class. I was 8 years old. I didn't know any different. But I knew that when I raised my hand in school and no one called on me, it was like, well, why even go to school? But that was the life that I lived at that point in time. Now imagine also, I was walking to school in a suburb where there weren't very many people who looked like me. And I walked to school with rocks and golf balls in my pocket. I would throw them at cars because people would yell names at me. It got to the point where actually going to school was actually more fun than school itself, because I started to take a shortcut. And I would take a trail, and I noticed some different things. It wasn't cars yelling names at me, but it was birds. It was plants, snakes, things like that. And so that was really my first connection to the natural environment when I was 8 or 9 years old. Whoa. Oh, no worries. I'm going to keep telling you the story. We don't have a picture right now. I don't know where it is, but that's okay. We'll keep going. Where am I at? Wow. I'll get it there. Don't worry. I have a picture. When I was going to school, again, I had rocks in my golf. I walked in a golf course. Golf was not something I played, but golf balls put in my pocket. Okay. Sports I always had. Let me go back here. Great. There we go. All right. My uncle Hersey was born in Tallahassee, Mississippi in 1911. And he died in 2010, just 6 months prior to his 100th birthday. He came to visit us once, and he was about the same age then as I am now. And he took me fishing. And fishing has been a part of my life ever since that day. I mentioned sports. I was always a sports player. I played sports from 8 years old till I was in college. And sports, baseball and football to me, was an equalizer. It was a community builder. I mean, we were kids at that age. Kids play with kids. Kids do things. But kids like to win as well. And we won a lot. I mean, I was pretty good at sports. I played baseball and football. But again, that's what built community for me, was sports. When I was 18, I moved from San Diego because I graduated high school in 1981. And during that period of time, I mean, I couldn't get a job out of high school. Unemployment rates were really high at that time in our society. But I had an uncle that had Lou Gehrig's disease, and they were gonna put him in a nursing home. And so at 20 years old, I moved from San Diego to the Bay Area to take care of my uncle. And I was his healthcare provider for a year. But that move also allowed me to, I got a job at Price Club. Anybody know what Price Club is? Right, okay. It was Price Club at the time, not Costco, right? So I was working at Costco, and it also gave me an opportunity to go back to school. And that's what I wanted to do because I was a football player. I played football, again, from the time I was 8 until I was college. But this photo here would be the last time I would actually put on a football uniform because the next game, I actually fractured a vertebrae in my neck. And I was actually paralyzed for a while. A year of disability, and during that year, I had a long time to think. I couldn't go to school, I couldn't drive, I couldn't do much but think. I picked up bad habits, watching TV, smoking cigarettes, all those things. But during that time, I said, you know, life is short. And if you want to do anything in life, you should do it because it could be taken away from you at any point in time. It could stop today. And I had one thing to fall back on, and that was fishing. And there was a state park, Henry Coast State Park, which is just south of San Jose, California. And I had gone there with a friend of mine, again, that community building, a friend of mine that I played football with on that team. He liked fishing as well. So just before that game, 2 weeks, we had gone to a lake and went fishing. So when I was able to, I went back to that lake and started fishing again. And I found out that the state park had a volunteer ranger program, so I started doing interpretive hikes, showing people where springs were so they could get water and telling them what the wildflowers were and interpretive the natural and cultural history. But in this photo, Vasque Sundowners, I went to a North Face store to buy a pair of boots. Vasque Sundowners, I'm sure so many people in this room had a pair of those boots. And I asked the guy in that store, where can you learn some more of this outdoor stuff? Because it wasn't in my community, I didn't know. And he gave me 2 telephone numbers, one to Knowles, one to Outward Bound. And I had to call them, and they sent the catalog in the mail, and the Knowles catalog came in the mail first. I don't even remember seeing the Outward Bound catalog. But it opened my eyes to a world that I didn't know existed, of climbing and skiing and caving, horse packing, kayaking, all those things that I had never seen before, most of them. And I saved my money for a year, 2 years, something like that. And at 27 years old, I took a Knowles course. I spent the only time I even had $10,000 in my pocket, I spent on this Knowles course. Now, the thing here is that, again, I was 27 years old. This was the spring of 1992. And again, this just kind of gives you an idea of the path that I have taken, what I was born into, and things that we have dealt with as a society. Spring of 1992, Los Angeles, California, Rodney King riots were happening. I was in Red Rocks, Nevada on a climbing course. And I had to call my mother, who lived in Inglewood, California, and ask her if she was okay, and decide if I was either gonna go home or stay on this course. And I probably should have went home, but I didn't. I stayed on this course, and I finished it. And I've been working in the outdoor industry ever since then. My first job was at REI, yeah? But the thing about that was that the way that REI operated didn't work for me. Because if I asked the person if they needed help when they came in the store, they would say, no, I don't need anything, and they would turn around and ask someone else for help. And then that person would turn around and ask me for help. But Jim Faust, this photo here, a friend of mine, Jim, he was actually in REI passing out some brochures for his whitewater program. And I just happened to see it, and I had been kayaking and I hated it. I spent time upside down, I got an ear infection on the river. What told me to ask him this question, I don't know, but I asked him, hey, do you need any guides? And he said, here's my telephone number, call me. And so I called him. I went on the river, and I rode down the river with him. One of the guys let me guide a couple of rapids at the end of the day. He said, okay, look, this is the deal. I'm gonna give you a boat. You need to get your own people. You'll pay for lunch, that's it. And if you get 3 clean runs down the river, I'll give you work. I said, okay, cool. But in my community, people didn't go whitewater rafting. So I had to scramble. I mean, I was asking people I worked with, people who came in the store, you know. And so I ended up getting 2 runs down the river, and the next week he called me and said, hey, can you work? I said, yeah, I can work, but I only got 2 runs. Don't worry about it. The other guy said, you'll be fine. And that's how I got my first job, guiding whitewater. And it would be significant because I ended up managing the Knowles Whitewater program for 12 years. But what I noticed when I came into the outdoor industry and I was guiding and so on, it looked very much in 1992 as it did for me back in 1972. It was like I was taking a step forwards and then taking 20 steps backwards. But I had experience. I could handle these things that were coming up, what we call nowadays microaggressions, right? I just kept on working. That's what I wanted to do. My goal was to be a nose instructor. That's all I knew. I didn't have a purpose at the time, but the goal was to be a nose instructor, so that's what I did. I climbed, I skied. In 2000, I had an opportunity to go to Kenya, and I worked in Kenya. I lived and worked in Kenya for almost 2 years, and that was different for me because all of a sudden, I wasn't the minority. I was amongst the majority. And people looked at me and they're like, wait a minute. So I had a woman who asked me, she's like, okay, I heard about you people before, Black Americans. She said, what tribe are you from? And I told her I didn't know. She's like, what do you mean you don't know? Everybody knows what tribe they're from. And I started to think about it. Then she asked me another question. She said, well, what's your mother tongue? What language do you speak? I said, I don't know. And I literally cried right in front of her because I realized at that point what things had been taken away from us that we could never get back. But I learned to speak Swahili at the time. I worked on, I think at this time, this was my kind of exposure to high altitude. You know, in the United States, you can go to 14,000 feet, that's not much. But in Kenya, I was going often to 16,000, 17,000 feet. But I was also working with local people. Most of the people in this photo, besides myself, are either porters or guides or rescue rangers. And so Knowles had a program where we trained these folks. And so I was looking at people who looked like me, who worked in the outdoor industry, that I didn't see in the United States. But also at that time in Kenya, this was my exposure to climate change. This picture was taken in 2000 on Mount Kenya, where there were still permanent snowfields on that mountain. And then 10 years later, when I went back, those snowfields were gone, like dry ground. They do not exist anymore. If I go back to this photo here, in the back photo, in the photo on the left, you know, you can kind of see the Diamond Couloir on Mount Kenya, and it still had ice in it. This picture was in 2000. And it no longer even forms ice anymore on that mountain. So I started thinking a bit, I started to be aware of environmental issues. I went to Kilimanjaro as well, and I worked with those folks, rescue rangers in Kilimanjaro. We hiked 21 days through the forest, and the guys didn't think we could do it because they had never done that before. They spent like maybe 10 days on the mountain, and they were scared to walk in the forest because there's animals in the forest. But one other thing happened while I was in Kenya. I got married, actually. I met my wife in Kenya. Yeah. And she was an instructor as well. She was actually an instructor in training in Kenya. She born and raised in Kenya, went to university, went to school in Kenya, and she had to come to the United States to take her instructor's course. So we came back to the US, and I needed a job. I was married, I needed health insurance. Before that, I was living, everything I owned was in the Noble Hotel in Lander, Wyoming, in a closet. And I had a car, that was it. I didn't own anything else other than that. So I needed something. So I got a job managing the Whitewater program in Vernal, Utah. So I lived in Vernal, Utah for 12 years and managed that program while my wife figured out what it is she wanted to do in life, because she was coming from Kenya. She didn't know what options she had. She became a nurse. But in 2005, I had the opportunity to go to Denali. And this was, again, directly because of a relationship that I had with people that I worked at Knowles with. When I worked with Colby Coombs, many people in this room may know him, but Colby always said, man, if you ever want to come to Alaska, just let me know, come in, you can work. And so in 2005, I had some time off. And so I called Colby and I went, and this was really where my more mountaineering kind of mentorship came. I worked with Freddie Wilkinson, Rob Galler, who kind of really taught me the ropes on that trip. But it was also another window that opened for me, because on that trip, we had a client that we had to evacuate from the mountain. And the next year in 2006, I started working, as Conrad mentioned, with the Khumbu Climbing Center. The same client that we had on Denali the year before was on Everest in 2006. And so my mind started running like, how does this happen? What is the scene on Everest? I want to know this. How does someone who gets evacuated for one reason on Denali end up on Everest? But I also understood that the Sherpas, who were high altitude workers, had a mortality rate that was 4 times that of Western climbers. What is the deal on Everest? And so 2 years, again, a couple years later, Conrad said, we need to get you on Everest with those guys. The program that Jenny and Conrad had started, which was, a community-based program, a program to help train Sherpas and give them a place where they felt comfortable in their own community to learn to climb. And that was right up my alley, because that's what I always wanted to do in the United States as well, was to create a community-based program where people felt comfortable coming into the outdoor space. But at KCC, we were building guides. We were taking folks who were strong as hell, but with no technical experience, and giving them that technical experience. Or for women who had really no place in guiding in that sense, and building women who were now gonna be some of the top guides in the world, if not anywhere else, just in Nepal. So in 2012, again, I had the opportunity to go to Everest with Conrad and a lot of other high caliber climbers and Sherpa team members as well. And we had a great expedition. I mean, I went to Camp 3. I did, I think, 3 rotations through the ice fall. I went to Camp 3, and I met some people that are no longer with us, but they, again, taught me some things. Unfortunately, on our 3rd rotation, I got bronchitis and had to come down. I didn't summit that. But I didn't leave the mountain, I stayed, because I still knew that I was a team member, and we had business to do. I learned a lot, not only from Conrad, but also from other folks. The picture on the right here, you don't see the face, but this is Hillary Nelson, who had sprained her ankle a couple days before the summit bid and thought her expedition was over. But because of my background in football and sports, I was like, hey, no, you got 5 days. We can tape your ankle, and there's a glacial tarn right there. You can put your foot in that 3 times a day, and in 4 days, you'll be ready. And Hillary ended up going to Everest and summiting not only Everest, but also Lhotse. And Conrad summited with no oxygen. So I felt like I supported that team even though I didn't summit. And I always said, I will go back to Everest for the right reason, but I didn't know what the right reason was. but I kept that in the back of my mind. I also had other mentors. So Pete Athens, I asked Pete one day, I'm like, how do? You had your child here. He's like, yeah, as long as they can talk, they can tell you what's going on, it's good. So in 2013, I took my wife and my daughter to Nepal as well, because I also wanted those communities to know me as something more than just a climber. I want them to know me as a father, as a husband, just as a person in general. I wanted them to know my family. I had, some of those folks, I had watched their kids grow up. I was watching their kids grow up before my eyes. Some of their children had been to my home. And I wanted to share that. That's what building community to me was. It wasn't just about climbing. So I'm going to share you some of my time with my family with y'all. My daughter rode a horse for 3 days to get to Fort Say. And this is one of the greatest videos I think I'll cherish this forever. Karma, who was kind of he's the main man and he was on, I believe, the 53 expedition, okay? And he's like my great-grandfather. His daughter and her husband and his great-grandkids they're friends of mine, they're like family. So yeah, these are some of the things that, these experiences that I cherish the most in that time. And so my daughter's now been to Nepal with me twice, once when she was 4 or 5, and then again when she was 11. But after that trip, there was another expedition that was going to Denali called Expedition Denali, which was an expedition put together to put an all-black team on Denali and to try and summit. I didn't go on that expedition. I actually went on an expedition with Conrad and Jeremy Jones and John Krakauer and some other folks who it was about mentoring young people. And Ryan Hudson was one of those folks. And Ryan, who's a young African-American snowboarder. And that was really more up my alley. I had just come from Everest. I wanted a personal trip. I wanted to be able to get up when I wanted to. I wanted to be able to do whatever it is. I didn't want meetings, all of that kind of stuff that would come with a nose course. So I ended up going on this expedition. It was more up my alley. And the other reason was that I said I'd always go back to Denali, but I would not go back on snowshoes. If I was gonna go back, I was gonna ski, and this was a ski mountaineering trip, so that's what happened. And I built a relationship also with John Krakauer. John Krakauer and I summited Denali that year together, but we paid the price. We ended up spending 6 days on the glacier because a storm came in and we couldn't fly out. And the next day, when we did fly out, John and I got into town and we got a hamburger and then went and heard a band play. Stayed up till 3 o'clock in the morning and then went to the Roadhouse, and that's when I met Graham, the Graham that you just seen on the video. But the next year, I said, my daughter's getting a little bit older, and I need to spend time with her, and I want her to know something more than just American life. So I picked up and moved her to Chile. But the thing is that while we were stuck on the mountain, I was supposed to apply for this job, and when I got back, my wife said, "Did you apply for that job?" And I was like, "Oh, I got stuck." And she's like, "See, you always do that." I said, "Okay, yeah, I'll show you." So I went back and applied for the job, and I got the job. Bottom line is that 4 days later, my wife got her acceptance letter for grad school, and we had to figure it out. She's like, I'll wait. I'm like, "No, you've been waiting for this. We'll figure it out." So anyways, I ended up being a single father in Chile with my daughter for 2 years while my wife was in grad school. And it was probably 2 years of the best 2 years of my life. Because I didn't have a house, so I didn't have yard work. It was just the two of us. I dropped my daughter into public school. She went to kindergarten, first grade, and second grade in public school in Chile. But she also learned how to ride a horse. She lost her teeth. But I fished. Fishing has always, I've mentioned before, fishing has always been a part of my life. So I fished a lot. And she fished a lot. The story about her fishing, though, she asked me one day, she said, Daddy, I want to go fishing. Great, I'll take you fishing. Gave her a spinning rod. She stood on the side of on the bank, and she fished. And I asked her later on, like, how was the day? She's like, great, but I want to go fishing. What do you mean? She's like, no, I want to stand in the water and fish. And so I let her fly fish. While I skied and climbed. And a couple years, we came back, 2016, and I was in Lander, Wyoming, and this picture I put here because it really kind of showed the community that I was building at the time. I didn't do it on purpose, it just happened. So in this photo, we have 4 countries, 10 different languages, and 3 generations of people, because my father is with us as well. Now, my father never thought I had a job because I worked in the outdoor industry. Camping is not something he knew about. So I think I was working 10 years when he came to Lander, Wyoming and realized, oh, there's an office and there, you do things. And that's when he actually kind of started supporting what I do. But before that, there was really no support because it was something really foreign to him. Yeah. And in 2019, I was in Ouray, Colorado, and I ran into these 2 gentlemen, Fred Campbell, who lives right here in Washington, and Manoa I knew. And they had been climbing with Conrad while I was out of the country, and I didn't know it because I was completely disconnected from what was happening in the US because I was in South America. I'd come home for a month and then I'd go back to South America. That was the start of our Everest expedition, was that day. And we started to build the team out. The first person I went to was KG. James Kagambi is from Kenya. We had worked together 20 years prior. But being from Kenya, I knew that he would not have the opportunities that we have as Americans. But I knew what he brought to the table. KG has 900 weeks in the field. So what I mean by that is that he slept on the ground for 900 weeks of his life, teaching people outdoor skills. So I knew what he was bringing to the table in terms of leadership, communication, all of those things. And then there was other folks. Adina up in the left-hand corner. Adina's probably right now in Antarctica. She supports scientists as an engineer in Antarctica. That's what she does for a living. And she wanted to be a part of the team as well, but she didn't want to climb. But again, Everest is changing. Communication is huge from Everest. Podcasts, emails, all of those things. So Adina was the one who kept us going communication-wise. And then the rest of the team, you have Dom, who is an Army veteran. Dom had been in the Army, but he had never seen the sunrise until he was behind a 50 caliber machine gun because he grew up in New York City. We have myself, Manoa, who grew up in Compton, California, and moved to Spokane, Washington, but then was living in Bozeman, Montana. Great ice climber. Abby Dion, who's a female and owns a climbing gym in Florida. And then there's Rosemary as well. Now, Rosemary is somewhat of my mentee. Rosemary and I have been on Denali together. Rosemary and I have been on Kilimanjaro together. Rosemary and I spent time in Chile together. And if there's anyone who has a pickup moment for you, like just to raise your voice and give you a big smile when you need it, Rosemary was that person. But then there was the bigger picture. We didn't just have a climbing team and a Sherpa support. That wasn't for me. I had built this relationship with our Sherpas for the last 12 years or 15 years almost. And I wanted our team to have a relationship and build community with our Sherpa team as well. We were all one team. So in January, before the Everest season, we all went to Nepal and spent time at the Khumbu Climbing School during their school, during the climbing center, and helped with that program. Some folks taught classes, some folks were students, learning right alongside the Nepalis and the Sherpas and Sherpanis as well. And to me, that was the number one goal, was so that we were connected in one team, not a team with the Sherpa support. I knew what my goal was, and I knew what my job was as the leader of this expedition, but it really didn't make sense and come clear to me until we got to this point. Just after Lobuche, you go through this spot where there are Chortens. These are folks that have lost their lives on Everest. I picked this one because Scott Fisher was a nose instructor. I met Scott at probably the first party I'd ever gone to as a nose person back in 1994. I didn't really know him, but I knew people who were with him in '96. Steve Gorel and Rob Hess were a part of that expedition, and I worked with those guys at Knowles. And I knew that my number one goal was to bring everybody home. Not just our team, but also our Sherpa team, because I had built relationships. They were like family with me. So when you think about the ice fall, and again, I was talking with Jim Whitaker earlier, and I know on that first American expedition, they lost someone in the ice fall. So when we came to Summit Push, you know, it's like, it's game on. Like, anything can happen. As you're moving up the mountain, you know, you don't know what's happening up high when you're down low. You're in the clouds, you don't know. You're talking via radio, whatever. We had times where folks just, you know, they went up to Camp 3, got wind, had to come back down. We can't communicate with them, but we were successful in that. And when you get up to South Col, again, yeah, there are lines. There's a lot of people up there, but it's game on. When you're at the South Col, going to the summit and back, I think Manoa did it in 6 hours, but then we had 2 other team members who had to spend another night at the South Col at 27,000 feet. And I knew that, you know, we needed to get those guys down. The game wasn't over until everybody's down. When our team, this was our full team, there were 33 of us. And when we all came down, that's when I knew that we were successful. So what is success? Is it all summit? We had, before May 12th, 2022, there had been 10 black people from around the world who had summited Everest. And on May 12th, we increased that number by 7. So it went from 11 to 18 in a day. But was that success? Again, we were all down, yes. I want to finish this with another story. In 2018, I was in Atlanta at the Martin Luther King National Historical Park. And I was with this great man, late great Senator John Lewis. And I asked him something. Knowledge. That's all I said, knowledge. And he said 2 things to me. Make sure that you bring other people along with you. And the second thing, he's like, get into some good trouble. But just after that, just after this picture was taken, a little girl walks up to me with her mother. This is a young black girl. She was about 12 years old. And she's looking at me, and her mother says, just talk to the man, talk to him. And she looks at me, she's like, excuse me, sir, what would you say to a young black girl who wants to climb Mount Everest. And that's when I realized the impact that I was having on young people and the impact that I can continue having on people. And so at that point, I realized I was gonna go back to Everest, and I knew what the reason was. I just didn't know that the team was gonna be there, but I knew what it was. And so with that, I wanna thank not only the Mountaineers, but all the people within mountaineering, all those folks who supported our expedition, all of you for coming here and listening to me speak tonight, because it's a hard thing for me to do. This is me stepping out of my comfort zone, to be honest about it. But the moral of the story is that I'm a community builder. That's what I've always done, whether I knew it or not. When I reflect on it, I was building community when I was 8 years old. And through my life, I've always been doing that. And now here in the outdoor industry as well. And so for all of you all who had anything to do with this event, with bringing me here, putting this together, thank you for the Mountaineers, to all the staff, to all those members of the first American expedition, and then the team members that I had as well on Everest back in 2022. And it's almost been a year since we've been on the mountain. It just went by so fast. But thank all of you all for the work that you do, for getting more people outside, for making this big push to build a better or a greater outdoor community. Can't say better because my wife always catches me and says, better is the enemy of good. So, no, we're good. But what's happening, what I've seen is, and I think that my view on the outdoor industry is pretty unique to most people in the industry. Just keep going. Keep doing what we're doing. Because as I looked back on my career 30 years ago, I didn't know what I was doing, and I just kept doing what I was happy with. I kept being me. So that's my message to most people is you do you. And now I'm a parent as well, and I know there's a lot of parents in here, and the best thing that I've realized is that as a parent, to support whatever it is that my child wants to do, whether society says that that's what she should be doing or not. If she wants to do it, that's what she should be doing, and I should support that. So thank you all for supporting all the things that happen and all the youth that come up and down these lines here. And that keeps me young as well, is working with those young people, and they are really the future. They're the generation is the future, and we need to look out for them. So with that, I want to say again, thanks to everyone. Thank you for coming out. Have a great evening.
Philip Henderson, everybody. Friends, what a night. My name is Fred Northup Jr. alongside Tiernan Moderna. We have an announcement to make about what we did here in this room. You may be seated. Our goal tonight was to raise $535,000. That was our goal. Do you want to announce what we did here?
I would love to, Fred. Tonight, folks and friends, your support, we raised a grand total of $500,660.
$566,000.
What he said.
What I said.
I'm not good at math.
$566,000 with a goal of $535,000. That is absolutely incredible. On behalf of the Mountaineers, thank you for being here. Thank you for your incredible support.
Please remember to take home those beautiful centerpieces donated by K. Brook Designs and consider a donation on your way out. If you want an auction item, this is important. Please remember to stop by pickup in the reception room. We will be in touch with you with a receipt for those taxes early next week.
Give yourselves a round of applause for what we did for the Mountaineers. Good night, everyone, and we will see you outside. Good night.